Let's get all of the other platforms involved, including TikTok, if it's going to work. It is. It's going to echo. There we go. No echo from TikTok. Shush, 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 shush. TikTok, be good. We're all good there. We're live there. Need to change that stream key too. Oopsie. There we go. That's fine. Should be live and all public. I didn't leave anything unlisted, did I? Nope, we're all good. Right, perfect. Welcome, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing on this fine morning? Do say hello. If you're watching this morning, I'm going to say hello back to you. So if you want to hello back, then say hello. Good morning to everybody in the chat. We've got Melly, we've got Itchchar, we've got Aloni, West Coast Sim Racing, JM Wright, VE Jack, Australian Gamer, John Spartan, welcome to you, welcome Proud Child, welcome Karting Legend, Lloyd Walker, player in the chat, what a legend. Welcome everybody, welcome Rick Van Oops with Aura, Esk Sam, welcome in. I can see you guys spamming the likes over on the TikTok stream as well. That's coming up over here. Boom, there you are. I can see you lot. Good morning to you all. We chat. It's a big one today. For those of you who have actually read the title of the stream, you will know what we are doing. But we are at that stage of the F1 driver career mode, where the next round is going to be Monaco. And because it's Monaco, we're going to be taking on a full-on 100% race around this circuit. So if you want to see whether I can survive Monaco for the third time in a row, then don't go anywhere, chat, because we're going to get into a full-blown long weekend. We're going to do full quali. We're going to do full race. And we're going to hope that this car can carry on the momentum. Because if we look to last time, chat, if we look at what happened last time, we managed to get a podium in the Aston Martin. There was a red flag at the final corner. We boxed at the right time. It jumped us up to P5. And we were on a fantastic strategy where we could take hards till the end from there, where a lot of the AI could not. They had to box again. And we were only jumped by Lewis Hamilton because Lando Norris stayed in front. Lewis Hamilton pitted and then caught us up, and we were just about able to hold off George Russell for 4th position. So can we continue that momentum today as we go into Monaco? Now, if you remember back to F1 25 with the 2025 cars, we're pretty good at Monaco. Every single season we did Monaco, we would always have some sort of oopsie in qualifying, start from the back, and then we were able to fight for the race win. Now, I'm not making any promises that that is going to happen again today, chat, okay? I'm not making any promises. But what I am saying is there's always a possibility. I'm just going to quickly transfer a file over. F1 26 career. Let's pop that in there. So that I've got space for more recording. Welcome in, Oliver. I didn't know Spiker F1 was in F1 26. Who's Spiker F1? What are you on about, player? What are you on about? What are you chatting? So, without any further ado, chat, we're going to get straight into it because we've got a lot to do today. I want to do Monaco, and then I also want to try and see if I can fit in Spain at the end without going too far. One of the worst teams in F1 history. I don't know, this Aston Martin is pretty bad, player. I mean, we've done upgrades to it, but this is where we currently stand. We've only just caught up to the back of Cadillac. It's crazy. Like, if we look at some of the things, okay, aerodynamics, pretty good. Chassis, we're not the worst anymore, but we were the worst by a long way, and it's still a long way to the top. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Shout out to anybody who knows what that is. Engine, the Honda has gone to the middle, but look at the performance. Look at the upgrades that we've done to get here. Like, look at where we started, so we're a long way off. And then durability. Oh, Nelly. Oh, Nelly. Bad durability. So, we are going to look at what we can upgrade. Chassis would be good. Powertrain would also be good. Can I do that at the same time? Without that one being developed? Yeah, we can. So, that's what we're going to do. Because battery, in the regulations now, is so important. So, we're going to work on the battery, chat. We're going to work on the battery. Right. What I'm going to do for this as well, because I'm doing a full race at Monaco, we are going to turn... simulation settings, is that it? Nope. 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 Yeah, here we go. Faults. I'm going to turn faults off. No faults. If we're doing 78 laps of Monaco and we get a mechanical issue on lap 7, all right, that ruins the whole point of the stream. So I'm going to turn these off. I'm going to turn it off. And we're going to go from there. Cooper, thank you very much. Elite AC/DC reference. I thought it was more of a School of Rock. If anybody's watched that film with Jack Black, then you will know. You will know. I don't think there's anything else we need to really do. We'll go through these, and we will tick off these tasks. So, yeah, I reckon Monaco, we can do better than that. Yes, we're doing a full race weekend, so that's fine. Yeah, I reckon we can do one session without doing that. Hi, Paul Foster. Thank you much for the heart, me. Appreciate you. And thank you for the rose person with no name that doesn't show up. Earn 5 championship points, complete the practice program. We will do that one instead. Okay, so those are our objectives. Nothing else to change here. I think we're all good. So, let's get some more weekly resource points, chat. Can we spend any? Have we got enough? 330 and 45. Let's just see if there's a durability upgrade that we can do that will cost that much. No. Powertrain? No. Chassis? No. The rest is a no. Okay. No, nothing we can upgrade. So let's just keep on going. Maybe this one we need to do. Nope. A new part's gone on the car.
Have them with us for the next
That's fantastic news. The powertrain is improving. The rotors. We can do that next time. And the engine's just getting better. We will soon enough be the best engine on the grid. The best aerodynamics on the grid. We just need to work on the chassis and the durability. That is where we are a long way off the rest of the teams. So, yeah, we'll go from there. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. So, in F125, if you play Aston Martin, does keeping Nui turn the game into hard mode? I don't know. I don't know. Tire allocation. I feel like we want the hard tires. I feel like we want 2 sets of hards here. Right? What do we reckon? Do we want to go harder or more balanced? I'll just keep it balanced. I'll keep it balanced. Got a race weekend? Yeah, let's keep it balanced. If there's a red flag, we need hards. If we need 2 sets of mediums, no. We'll keep it balanced. Balance. All about the balance. Okay. Cool. I'm happy with that. We need just to make sure that we remind ourselves to set the things, as I've just got a notification. Here, I bought you some bolts for the worst team. Thank you very much to the legend in the chat. If you don't know who the legend in the chat is, chat, you need to get to know, because it is Player, who has just dropped the $24 dono over on the channel. And that is why Player is a freaking legend. So shout out to Player. I need to grab my tissues. I've got a snotty nose. I'm weeping because of Player's generosity. I really appreciate it, bro. Honestly, you are a legend. I don't just say that out of jest. You are a legend. I appreciate all the love and support on the channel, Player. As well as just love having you over here and being a part of the community. Right. What we need to do then is workstation. I need to session length, full quali and full race. It's going to be dry. No sign of rain, it looks like. But it's still going to be a very, very long weekend. So that is what we're doing today. If we only do Monaco, then we only do Monaco. That's fine. But it's going to be a long weekend. So let's go into it. Let's not fanny about. Let's get out on track, get the practice programs done, and get the resource points.
It's the jewel in the crown. Simply put, there is nowhere quite like Monaco, and it's all about finding your groove.
Let's see. I'm such a nice,
the very first practice
considerate person that I will always mute chat when I blow my nose, because I just know that you guys do not want to hear that. And if you do want to hear that, then you need help, okay? You don't want to hear it. Right. Let's go to my setup.
I've had a chat with the R&D team about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the
Monaco,
car
let's
okay.
just double check it.
With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so go and give them a try.
Double check the setup. We're all good there, so that's perfect. Okay, cool. I've got the setup on the car chat. Without any further ado, let's go do track acclimatization. Full race in Monaco where the AI are dumb. Exactly. We're hurting ourselves today. Yo! Welcome in, Hydro. My teammate for Cadillac that needs to step up his game. Come on, Hydro. I think you could agree you are punching way below your weight right now, especially in the standings. How you are only on just 100 points is crazy. You need to be punching further up the field. Right. Let's figure out the car again. Around here. Monaco is one of those circuits where you build up to it. Well, that's already front wing damage, and that's already using a flashback, so good start. We are allowed flashbacks in practice, chat. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. I'm driving a realistic Aston Martin here, not an online car. I need to figure out this car. Oh, just about got it in. Oh my god, it does feel like a boat around here in comparison to what I've driven. Come on, turn! Green, that's okay. I'll take the greens. It doesn't like where I get on the throttle on the brakes, but there's not a lot I can do. If I brake any later, I'm not making the apex. Oh, don't want to slide too much through that. Right, this is where the gates just go crazy. Because it's just gate after gate after gate. Oh! Nearly got it wrong, but we didn't. And there we go, to the line. I'll take it. Only 2 green gates. Not too shabby, chat, not too shabby. Right, let's return to garage, do the rest. Sorry you're what, Cozza? What are you? Boom, says VE Jack. Boom to you too. Make it realistic, Aston with 0 wings. No, please no, please no. I don't want that. Right, tire management should be fine. Kenobi! Thank you much for the follow over on the Twitch stream. If you are new around here, chat, do hit that follow button. We're going to be live 3 times this week. Today, Thursday, and also on Sunday. Doing career mode today and Thursday. And we'll be doing our 100% online race at a random track this weekend. But most likely, probably going to be Madrid. Because I imagine the spin wheel will be spun until we get Madrid. But that is what we are doing today. We're doing career mode. Actually, I want to put this on hot lap. There we go. Hot lap, hot lap, hot lap. Just beat the target time. Don't lose the tires. No lockups, no wheel spins. Nice and easy. We've got the pace, chat. We've got the pace. Hey, Hayden, do you still have mod applications on Discord? Possibly, yeah. I think in suggestions. Always open to new people helping out. Especially as we're live on so many different platforms. Doctor is amazing, but he doesn't have eyes everywhere. CJ, thank you much for the follow. Scrape the wall there. We're on simulation damage, so we do have to be careful, chat, especially at this corner. Oh no, that was terrible. Right, we can use a flashback because I said so. Just lost the rear, and losing the rear, it went frag. Thank you much for a partner. Congratulations on a partner anniversary. Thank you very much for that. I can work that out because I'm just that smart. If that's what you mean. Is that in Dutch as well? I was hoping to get purple. I won't get the purple score, but we can do that in quick practice. That's fine. Still P1. Still P1, so let's return. The best thing about F126 at the moment is there's no pressure to do well in quali. It's going to be P21 or P22. Exactly, exactly. Our money. Thank you much for the 2 roses. Welcome in our money. Okay, so race strategy. Let's do that one. Just want to double check on the old. There we go. We're all good. We're all good there. Okay, right. So Melly coming in with the roses. Right, do we use those or do we use those? I think we use... I feel like the mediums were good when we ran them. Were the hards good as well? I think the hards were really good, actually. Melly, thank you much for the 50 roses. Boom! Shout out to Melly. Shout out to Melly. What a legend. What a legend. How many likes are we currently on the stream chat, on the TikTok stream? How many likes? Brain Blasters, thank you for the follow. Because I'm going to set you guys a like goal. We always do that for Monaco. We're going to set the like goal. How come Circuit de Monaco is the hardest venue in F1? It's just the tightest venue. And it is grueling. 78 laps around this circuit just makes it so difficult. 3.7k. Okay, at the end of the stream, the goal is to hit 200,000 likes on TikTok. I believe in you all. We can do this. We can do this. Hey, look, Tom's just a very generous guy. He's gifted you all 1 sub. Shout out, Tom Bina. Right, race practice program. Let's nail this. And see what we can do. The car is not great. But I'm hoping the Monaco tax will pay off, chat. Usually, we're pretty decent versus the AI around Monaco. 200,000. Yeah, exactly. Welcome to my English. And I feel like I'm pretty good at battery management around here as well. Our money, thank you very much for the heart me. Appreciate you. But we will see. Overtaking will be difficult. Not impossible, though. We did see in the race we did in Creator Series, we made actually quite a lot of overtakes. It's just there's a difference always between racing against other players and racing against AI that will do the same thing every lap. Melly, thank you much for the Go Popular as well. So that is where it will be different, chat, and that is where we need to work it out. Where we are fast, where they are slow. As we are still currently the fastest in the practice session right now. Will that still be the fastest over the race weekend? I genuinely don't know. Because as I said, F126, we were pretty speedy around this circuit compared to AI. There were certain corners that they would always run slow in. Now, for F126, they have made changes to the AI around here. They're not as slow in the corners. The only corner I've really noticed that AI struggle at is this one here. They're okay going into it, but at this right-hander, they're really slow. So that's the only place you can try and get a run on them, but you need to get the exit and then try and get them into the back. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult. I don't know about up the hill yet. That's where I made most of my overtakes in Creator Series. So if they struggle up the hill, they're not using battery as much as I am, then that's maybe where we can have a look. But all will be worked out in the race, and maybe we don't need to worry about that, chat. Bro level, this is 110 AI. We are running on the hardest difficulty in the worst car in the game. And we're doing a full 100% race at the worst track on the game. Not the worst, but the most difficult. Because this is actually my favorite track. I love Monaco. I love Monaco. And I've got to say something, chat. I've got to say something. After Sunday's race and doing some races last night on a GB68 stream, I'm not too bad with the regulations. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I've worked it out. I feel like I can do a pretty decent job. I'm not world beating. I'm not esports level. But I'm okay, you know. I feel like I've got good pace. Oh god, that was so close to the barrier. I'm good at being able to manage the battery without losing too many positions. And going forward and moving forward. But I don't know if that's just an early DLC sort of thing that I'm smart enough to kind of work it out. And I feel like maybe, you know, in a couple of months' time, there'll either be a different meta that I just can't adapt to, or everybody will adapt to what I'm doing and be better at it than me. So time will tell. But so far, I'm not too bad. Despite me not liking the DLC and not liking the way you have to drive these cars and having to do lift and coast, I don't seem to be too bad at it. And I think that comes from doing stuff like iRacing and doing endurance races, where you do have to lift and coast in those. So I guess that's where it comes from. Like being able to lift and coast and then brake at us in a certain way to get through the corner. Why you talk so much, blah, blah, blah. Well, funny story, Rons. It's because this is called a live stream. And I'm called a content creator / an entertainer. So it is my job to talk and to answer questions in the chat. So there you go, fun fact for you. Right, we are done with the practice programs. I just need to do the tire management. So yeah, how do you lift and coast? So let's take an example of a corner where you would usually brake
and that's it. Practice
at the
is
100 meter board.
Until
right?
next time, goodbye.
If you would usually brake at the 100 meter board, then what you want to do with lift and coasting is you would lift at 200 meters. So when you get to 200 meters, maybe 250, you would come off the throttle. Now, the aerodynamics of the car will slow the car down going into the corner, but you're not using fuel, and the way these cars work, you then start to harvest battery. So that's how that works. Now, what you do after you lift is because you are not going into the corner as fast as normal, you don't need to brake at 100 meters. You can brake maybe at 75 meters. If you brake at 100 still, you'll just have the car a lot more settled compared to if you were going flat out into the corner. So it does help just to settle the car too. But if you lift early, you can then brake a little bit later, and that's how you don't lose time through the corners. That's how you can still drive as fast as you would be if you were driving flat out. Of course, there can then get to a stage where you are doing too much lift and coast. I did a race last night where I underfueled by a little bit too much, and I was having to lift and coast at the end for the last couple of laps, and I was lifting an extra 50, 100 meters earlier than I wanted to. But it was still working. It was still fine. I still held on to third, and it was all right. I just missed out on a chance to win the race because I had to lift and coast. At least you don't have F1 car rig like Tom. He talked faster too. Yeah, I would love one of those. Sadly, I don't have a studio. I live in a flat on the first floor, and I don't think I would get it into this office. I don't think I'd get it into my office. I would love something like that, though. I would love something like that. It's so cool. Thank you much, Musketeer, for the follow. DZ Lugius, thank you for the follow as well. This Apari, thank you for the follow. What's my favorite track? Actually, probably this one. I just love Monaco. I just always find it so satisfying when you get it right. And we're done. We're done with quick practice. So, love your streams, Hayden. Thank you much, your favorite idiot. Appreciate you. I appreciate you very much. Please chat in English. Yeah, exactly. I can't answer you. So, if you want an answer from me, then what is super clipping? In real life, it's basically just where the engine kind of slows you down going into a corner. On here, you don't have that, so you just have to lift and coast. Right. I don't know. I feel like they might just be a bot, Nelly. We'll give them one more chance to speak in English. Otherwise, you can boot them. Right. I'm actually going to go into session just so I can get one ticked off where I do... I love you. You're my idol. I love you too, K5. I love you too. Right. So we've done this. We'll go to track. Flying lap. And then we will just literally retire from session. And we haven't used a flashback, so that's fine. And therefore, I will tick off the no-use flashback goal. Best F1 streamer out there. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for the love and support. Right. Retire from session. I am tempted as well, chat. I know I said I only do Monaco for Create Series, but I am possibly tempted to do Madrid next week. Fem may be out. If Fem is out at the time when Creative Series is on, I've got nothing else to do, so I might as well.
And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One.
And as I've said, I'm enjoying Madrid. Madrid is a circuit that I'm actually enjoying. That's 2 tissues I've thrown in the bin and I've missed. God damn it. Hi, bro. How are those gloves? I saw a lot of bad reviews. I use Sparko. I think they're pretty good. I think Sparko are pretty good. I've got a few different pairs of Sparko. I also use Virage. I think Virage are my favorite. These are a bit thicker. Virage, I think, are just a little bit better, but they're pretty good. They're a bit small. I got the wrong size. I think I got mediums when I should have got larges. Don't think there's a label in here. Is there a label in here? Yeah, I think I got the wrong size. I think these are the right size. Ah, no, okay. These are extra large. These are the right size. These are large. These are slightly too small. But I'm very happy with them. It keeps my hands from getting disgusting on my steering wheel and ruining my steering wheel. Even though I do kind of ruin it every now and again. Right here, every time I pick my keyboard up, I keep on like hitting it because I have terrible hand-eye coordination, it seems. So there's little dents on the rubber, on the foam or whatever this is called. It's not quite solid plastic. It's kind of a bit spongy, but not that spongy. Hayden, I'm watching your stream in school. Naughty, naughty. Why did you retire? Not worth doing practice. Practice, really, you just need to get the, you just need to tick off the goals. Get the resource points. And once you've got the resource points, there's nothing really else that you can do in practice. I don't need to do the running. I don't need to do lap after lap after lap. I've got the data. I've done the practice programs. I've got the resource points. I've got 700 points now. We have discounts on a lot of these as well. So that's down to 799. That's been discounted too. And we will decide after the race weekend what we spend our resource points on. But in terms of progress, this is how it looks. We've come a lot closer to Cadillac. We're getting closer to the rest of the teams. There's still a long way to go to fight to the front. And we need this momentum right now. We got a podium last time out at Canada. Got very lucky for that. If we can get a strong result once again at Monaco, the more good results we can get early on in the season when the team is bad, the better the chances of us winning the championship when we get the team being good. Like, if we can get the team to be a team beater halfway through the season, and we can spend the second half of the season winning races, that stands us a great chance of catching up in the standings. But we are a long way off at the moment. It's going to make things difficult. When did Glenn Powell get added to the game? That's a fair shout. That's a fair shout. I see it. I see it. Right. I was decorating the new Lando stand at Silverstone this weekend. That's cool. That's very cool. Right, okay. Let's get into it, chat. Let's get into it. Let's get into the race weekend. And let's get your predictions for qualifying. Chat, where do you think we are going to finish in this qualifying session? I just quickly need to delete this file that I've now copied over to my main hard drive, empty the recycling bin, and we have a lot of space on the PC, so I do not have to worry about that running out. So let's get your predictions for qualifying for the Monaco Grand Prix. We get a P5. Kia says P10. Krem, thank you for the follow. Joel says P5. Koza P5. Hayden on the podium, baby, says your favorite idiot. Kia P10. Yep, we've seen that. We've seen that. Get your predictions in chat. Come on. I know there's more of you in the chat. Get them in. Paul Foster says P6. Melly says P9. Maximum last. Tim says P4. Paul Foster P6. Max is P6 or P7. Way hey. Player says P12. Aston Martin front row lockout. I think that's going to be quite difficult to come by. I don't know about that one. Right. We're going to see what we can do. I'd like to get through on the medium tyres, but I'd also like to keep the medium tyres for the race. So I'm going to go out late. I backed myself to get out of the session. So I'm going to go out and just do a couple of runs on a set of soft tyres. There'll be some traffic. So I think what I'll do is I'll go out with about 7 minutes remaining and just see from there, chat. Just see from there. Echo says P5. Vipsy says in the wall. I mean, there's a possibility. Right, set up quickly. Fuel. So I think 6 laps is fine. I think 6 laps generally is fine. Let's do it. Let's go out. Let's drive out. Let's do it.
Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
P7 says PB Sniper. Rain Blast says P2. Pipsy, thank you very much for the heart meet. Right, let's see who's going to be on the bubble, chat. Oh, God, I need to get my glove on. That was the worst way to get my glove on. I didn't even open it. I just shoved my hand in. Joppy says P11. Right, no speeding in the pit lane, chat. We must not speed in the pit lane. We must not do what everyone else did. Okay, no cutting corners. Just drive the car. Just drive the car. Thank you much, Mono. Appreciate you. I wonder how many years it is of me being partnered. It must be about 6 years, surely. I don't know if it says. I think I got it in a... Go. I think I got it in 2020. But I don't want Lewis Hamilton as traffic on my lap. So we'll let him go a little bit. We'll let him go.
We've dropped to P22. P22.
Saving the batteries, saving the fuel. I'm trying to remember what I did in qualifying in Creator Series. I think I pushed quite hard. I think I did hot lap. And then I used battery on the straights. I think that was fine. Maybe it was medium, but I think it was hot lap. So that's what I'm going to do, chat. I'm going to use hot lap. And then I will burn battery on the straights, okay? That's what we're going to do. Right, here we go. For our first lap in qualifying. Will it get us through into Q2? That's all we need to do. 1 in the chat if you believe we will get through to Q2. 2 in the chat if you don't. 1 in the chat if you believe we will make Q2. 2 in the chat if you do not. This is the first one. This is just a banker lap. We're building up to it. Need to find the limit in his car. Green in the first sector, no purples, but I don't think I'm usually strong in the first sector, even on F125. It's the rest of the lap that I find the pace. Burn the battery, burn the battery, burn the battery, go, go, go. All the way down this straight. Nice. Nice. That was smooth, that was good. No touching on the wall. No pushing on the boost here. Smooth through here. That's good. A little bit of a lock up. Bit wide. Whew. That was close to the wall. Lewis Hamilton goes fastest. We are P12. Okay. I'm going to go again. I'm going to go again one more time just to make sure. On these soft tyres, but it's pretty good. But the track will ramp up. The track will get faster. So for now, let's just bring the car around, save up the battery. And we go again, chat. We go again. A lot of people saying ones, a lot of people believing. Just does changing differential. What does changing differential do? It's the difference in which the tyres spin up. So basically, when you're rotating round a corner, one wheel needs to spin more than the other to push yourself around the corner. And that's basically what differential does. It's the difference in which the tyres, the axle is rotating at when you're in a corner. Use more battery, I agree with that. I agree with that. I think I was lifting and coasting too much like it was a race. I don't need to do that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to push the battery, we're going to push hot lap for the whole entire thing. Hoping nobody goes out on a lap and gets in my way. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And away we go, chat. Away we go. Right.
We've dropped to P12.
Attempt number 2. Much better through there. A little bit shaky on the exit, but it's okay. And we'll push the battery all the way to the top of the hill. Nice and close there. That's good. Nice and close there as well. Nice, this is good. We're up. It's not too bad as well. Good cornering ability. Little lift through there. Scrape the barrier slightly. Right, no lifting, coasting into this corner. 2 temps up at the moment. Of course, we will be hunting a top 10 finish for the next qualifying session, if we make it through here. Can we burn battery here? We're going to try it. We do. Just a little blast through there. No lock up this time. Again, just a little bit too deep. We need to fix that corner. It's just like Lewis Hamilton in real life Monaco. Just that one corner undoing the whole lap. But a really good middle sector. Oh, my. It's nearly over. I nearly got a penalty there. Oh, my days. Right, we're in traffic. I think... Do we go again, chat? Do we go again? There's definitely a fast lap time here. Up to P7 right now, though, so that's pretty decent. Do a 9.7. I think that's going to be pretty impossible in this car. I don't know whether we'll be able to do a 9.7. But we will try and do a good lap still. I'm going to try and just let myself roll to the back of the grid. Let these cars overtake me. That's what we're going to try and do here. I don't want traffic on my lap, so I'm going to let these cars through. So I am right at the back, chat, and we'll go again. Save tyres. I think I'll use a different set for Q2, and then I'll use the free set that we get given for Q3, chat. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do. Right, I don't want to be right in front of this Ferrari. I've still got plenty of time, though, so I might let this Ferrari through, and then we go from there. I've got enough of a gap ahead of me. Tyre wear isn't too bad. I know it's 12% on the fronts right now, but it's not too bad. So we shall see. 1 in the chat if you think we should go again. 2 in the chat if you think we should retire the car. I'm hoping I don't have a Ferrari mess me up here. He's quite close. Is it Ferrari or an Audi? It might be an Audi. Right, here we go. It is an Audi. It's Bortoletto, so we should be fine. Let's see what we can do. Woo-hoo-hoo. Car is loose. We're a little bit loose through there, but we're fast. And that's all that matters, chat. Ooh, are we? No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. Okay, right. That's going to be it for quali. We'll let him go. Just lost the car a little bit on exit. Pushing a bit too hard, but I'm hoping we're going to be okay. Good save. Thanks, Guats. That's what we need to do. As long as we're not in the wall, it's okay. Right, we're going to let the clock tick down. We're going to see what everybody does across the line, see where we fall to. Oh, my days. Aaron and Jacob, thank you much for the follows. Some good history, but the worst racing of any competitive racing championship. What do you mean? As cars are going to come across the line now. We, of course, invalidate. And I think we're good, chat. We're still P7. We are still P7. I'm not seeing anybody jump above us. Charles Leclerc goes above us. George Russell can still go above us here. We'll get out of his way. But it should be enough to get us through. We should still be able to get through here. So that is Q2 achieved. And there is the possibility, chat, that we can make it through to Q3. That Williams got very close there. I don't know why he got so close, but how is Lance doing? I think Lance has got knocked out. Slow, boring, too tight. It's a qualifying race and a glorified parade. That's real life. On the game, it's actually pretty decent. There's a lot of good racing that goes on here in the game. Right. That's Q1 done. Not exactly where we want to be, because I'd love to be fighting up at the front. It might be difficult, but we do not get knocked out. Sadly, my teammate is P21. And we were able to put in a lap that was a whole second quicker than him, pretty much. So, after... Thank God you're live, because I need a poop soon. I'm a good reminder. When you see I'm live, you go, ah, I need my morning poo. Perfect. So that's what we're good for. Dazington, thank you very much for the follow. JM Footy as well, thank you for the follow. Right. Put force feedback for realistic on. It is on realistic. I'm just that strong. I'm just so strong that I'm able to hold it. Otherwise, it's all over the place. King Trash, Darian, thank you for the follow. Why no Alonso as your teammate? Well, if you look at the title, it says the worst team. Well, actually, no, it doesn't on TikTok for this stream. But for all the other ones, it says in the worst team. Now, if I pick Alonso, we've got one of the best drivers in the worst team. Whereas if I pick Stroll, it truly is a terrible team because it's got me and Stroll in it. And it's the Aston Martin. So, yeah, that's why. Okay, right. Now we're pushing for Q3, chat. I'm going to keep a set of softs. And I'm going to use that Q3 one if I make it. So once again, I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to go out with about 7 minutes remaining. and go from there. Tom Palmer, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. And we'll go from there. We will go from there, chat. 1 in the chat. If you think I'm going to make it through to Q3, 2 in the chat if you're like, no way, Jose. It ain't happening. What do you reckon, chat? What do you reckon? 1 in the chat if you think I can do it. 2 if you don't.
Ready to go. So let's get the car
Bill
out
Goat,
on the track.
thank you for the follow. Who is my favourite F1 driver? Jenson Button. And then I'm a British patriotic, so you know I was very happy at the race at the weekend just gone. Triple Brit podium. Inject it into my veins. Franz Herman says 1. Doctor says 2. Outrageous. 1 in the chat if you think I will reach Q3. 2 in the chat if you don't think it's going to be possible. All right, nice and easy. Let's go. You need a Kimi DNF for that.
Down to P16.
We did. But it happened. So there we go. You need I don't know what you're on about, Doc. You are British. It's your British podium as well. Don't you dare say, nah, I don't choose it because it's not Scotland. We own you, bro. We own Scotland. Scotland is ours. You're basically just Northern Englishmen now. That's what you are. I'm more Scottish than British. Same thing. It's the same thing. You're Northern British, Northern English people. You just speak a funny sort of English. That's all. Right. After rage baiting Doctor, that's enough of that. Let's get into qualifying. But first of all, I'm going to show you the Aston Martin vibrations that I've got on. You ready? See? You guys say it's not realistic. Look at the Aston Martin vibrations. I'm just that strong. Right, go, go, go. Push, 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 push. This is what I've got to deal with every qualifying and race session. Is those pesky Aston Martin vibrations. All right, let's not lose the car this time. Also, I need to... Yeah, that was better. I was braking way too early, I think, for Casino. Put the car in, try and get it close to the gully. It doesn't quite work. I was a bit slow. That's not too bad. A little bit wide of the apex. Not too bad again, though. Right, let's keep pushing. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. I feel like I can sense it. I can sense a Q3 today. But we've just got to nail it, chat. We've got to nail the lap. Oh, a bit wide. I had to hesitate getting on throttle. There we go. That's much better on the brakes. Much better. Not running out wide this time. Much faster through there. I don't think it's going to be the best lap. It's an 11.7, so a little bit slower than what we managed in Q1. Still a good lap time, though. We will go again and see what we can do. The second lap was quicker last time. And as I say, Monaco, you've just got to build up to it. You've always got to build up to it. You made Q2 with that green dog. We are pushing for Q3. It's Monaco, baby. How many Newton meter is my wheelbase? I think it's about 15. I don't know. Someone in chat, how many Newton meters is my wheelbase? Exclamation mark setup in the chat. You can see which wheelbase I've got. But we run it maximum on the wheelbase, and then I run 65% in game. So I run maximum on the wheelbase and then 65% in game. What are these glasses? They're blue light glasses because I'm staring at a screen for 4 hours of the day. So it's not very healthy for your eyes. So this is this stops my eyes from being super bloodshot after about 1 hour and irritated. That's why they look the way they look. Right, let's go. Attempt number 2. Let's try and see what we can do here. A little bit loose, but it is an improvement. So that's fine. So close to that apex there. Woo-hoo. You see the car snap to the right? That wasn't enjoyable. We were good in this sector last time, so I think it's going to be difficult to find improvement. But I think I can improve in the final sector.
2 minutes remaining.
Very, very close.
We need a good lap here or out of qualifying.
Copy, Mark. Copy.
Okay, we're currently in the drop zone. We need you to move up into the top 10 or we're not going to progress to the shootout.
Oh, I'm so close to track limits. But that's where you need to be. Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. Oh my god, that's so good. 2 tenths up. It might be just the 2 tenths that we need. Come on. It's P10 at the moment. Okay. P10 at the moment. Let's get the car back around. I'm going to go into medium. I'm going to drive like normal. We need to set a reasonable lap time, but also get the battery back if we want to go again, because there may be chances for drivers to improve on their lap time. Max Verstappen specifically has that opportunity, but I've got to try and lift and coast into corners to get the battery back. Thank you much, Ben, for the total of 302 roses on the TikTok stream. You absolute legend. Thank you. One in the chat if you think that we've done enough for qualifying. If you think that we are going to get through to Q3. 2 in the chat if you think there's going to be improvement from somewhere, specifically Max Verstappen. What do we reckon, chat? What do we reckon? Will we make it? Will we see this Aston Martin into Q3 for the first time? And probably the only time that I run Q3. Right, we've got the battery. I'm hoping that the tyres can just about hold on. Go. Come on, then. Even if it's just a tiny improvement, it might be enough. Much better exit up the hill. Matching our previous attempt. Much better through here. Bit wide there, though. Oh, that's good through there, though. That's good. Come on. Oh, but will we have enough fuel? We might run out of fuel. Woo! It's so close. Oh, God, okay. It's over. But that might be it. I think everybody's done their runs. Well, we need to watch that save again. That was insane. Ben, thank you much for the sparks. Let's watch that save again. That was insane. That was absolutely insane, but I think we might be good. Just on the throttle through here. Oh, you don't even properly see it. We need to watch it in chase cam. Oh my God, how do we save that? How did we save that? Look at the reactions. I'm just full opposite lock to the right. You do not want to be in that position at Monaco. The fact that we did not crash from this position is insane. But that is going to do for us in qualifying. Let's hope that it's enough. I think it is enough. I think that is Max Verstappen out in qualifying. I think we're safe, chat. Unless they are all on runs right now, I think we might be safe. How am I in Q3? Because the AI aren't as good in Monaco. We're on 110 AI, but the AI just aren't as good in Monaco. So that's why we've got to capitalize right now when we can. Because if we don't do well in Monaco, it's a race that has got away from us. Speeding in pit lane, 3-place penalty. I think we've done it. Have we made Q3, chat? Have we made Q3? Come on. Yes, we've done it. We have done it. Oh, that's incredible. Alexander Albon. Williams are cooking, chat. Williams are cooking 3rd and 7th. Insane. Absolutely insane. Max Verstappen in the mud. Okay, right. Let's go to Q3 then. Let's see what we can do. Let's get into Q3. And let's see if we can gain any places. We're going to just use the tyres that have been given to us for Q3. I'm going to do sort of the same again, except this time. Wait, how many minutes do we need just for one push, one save, and one push again? Because I think the third push is a little bit too much. The tyres don't like it. They're not in a good state on that third push. Are you sure it's on 110 AI? I am. It's Monaco. Come on now. We've always been good at Monaco compared to AI on 25. So we went out with about 7 minutes remaining before. I think we can go out with about 5 minutes. Out lap. Push lap around 3. Yeah. I think 5 minutes. We nearly ran out of fuel then. I don't even know if I was going to run out of fuel. I might have done. Let's go with about 5 minutes 30 just to make sure. And we can always slow down on the third lap. Okay, right. Q3 set of tyres. Let's do it, chat. Let's do it. Let's drive out. Let's go.
Okay, that's all the checks complete.
Right.
We're ready to go.
Last qualifying session. Once again, I ask you for your predictions. Where do you think we are going to qualify here in Monaco? Ben, thank you much for the level up sparks, the 99 coins. What a legend. Williams' car is better than it should be in game, so it's like a top team pace. They need to nerf the car. P13 says France. I think that's a bit difficult for us to get P13. Top 10, P10, P6, P8, P5, P3, P7. Lots of Ps going about. Third position, P7, P8, P6. Okay. So a lot of you at least are not thinking that we're going to be last, which is nice to know. I don't want to finish last, at least. Maybe I should have gone out with like 6 minutes remaining. I don't know. Grid penalty. Yeah, to be fair, if we qualify P8 but we tap someone and we get a 5-place grid, then that's a fair assessment. Right, I'm going to go medium, just burn a bit of battery. I'm going to cut this corner just so we definitely have enough time in the session to get the second lap in, because I'm worried that we will not. I'm worried that we will not have enough time to get that second lap in. So nice and easy, nice and smooth. Down into none mode. Save the battery here. Get us back to 100%. Get ready to go again. Here we go. In Q3. Go, 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 go. Let's see what we can do here, chat. Inches from the wall. Inches from the wall. This is just the bank lap at the moment, but we're not wasting laps around here. We're going push. Full push. Whew. That was close. Little tank slapper hit the wall. And that's wide of the apex. Okay. So we can definitely improve on this lap, which is good news. It's always good to know that there's a lap that you can improve on. It's nothing better than looking in the top right and constantly seeing yourself green on the Delta, because it just gives you that little bit of boost, that little bit of confidence. Yeah, this lap has not been the best so far. Yeah, I'm just missing apexes. I'm making mistakes. But we'll have enough time for another lap here for sure. Easy, easy. Go, go, go. Push to the line. Where's this one going to put us? And it is P10. Okay, that was kind of to be expected. We've matched our best lap time from Q2. But the second lap is always better. The second lap is always better. So we'll go from there. We'll go from there. Everybody's out on track right now. So we're going to be the first one, I think, to do a lap. Unless I slow down a lot. Which I can do. I've still got 2 minutes. So I can slow down a lot. And I can get to the back of the queue. And we can be the last one across the line. Which I don't know if that's what I want, chat. The pressure's on then. What do we want? I think we let them through, chat. I think we let them through. And we will be the last one across the line. Then we know where we stand. Don't go slow in the tunnel. That's not allowed. Out of the tunnel, though. That's perfectly fine. Let them all through. I'll let one more through, and then I'll get back to the racing line. Then I let through the Ferrari. Good. Go. Hamilton. No. I'm not on a lap. Go. Everybody go. Everybody go. And then we're last. Perfect. Okay, right. We're going to be the last one on track, chat. Pushing for pole position. Will we get it? It's highly unlikely. We've got a lovely gap to cars in front, so they're all on push laps now. The yellow flag is not in their zone, so we're not ruining their battery. And let's see what we can do. Let's push, chat. Let's push like hell. Are we ready for our qualifying lap? Here in Monaco, here in Q3, the fight for pole is on.
Let's go again.
One in the chat if you think that we can get pole position. 2 in the chat if you think there's no way. 1 in the chat if you believe that we will get pole position today. 2 in the chat if you don't. Get it in, nice. Oh, that's so deep. What are we doing? Our first lap was clearly a lot better than I expected it to be. That is an L. That's a big L there. Big improvement there. Barely improving on the first lap, which is a big shame. We will go 2 tenths up. Will that find me at least 1 position for P9? No, it's still P10. Still P10. But you know what, chat? We can still be very, very happy with that. In the Aston Martin, in P10.
Complete, all that remains now is the main
Sadly,
event. We'll be live and
how's Alexander Albon put it on pole?
So make sure you join us then.
What the flip? Alexander Albon, chat, has put it on pole position for the Monaco Grand Prix. That's insane. That is actually insane. We were quite a lot off. 8 tenths at the end of the day. That's fine. That's where the car is. I would love us to be faster. In a normal car, I know I can get into the 10s. I did that in Creative Series. But with the Aston Martin, we just don't have the pace. We do not have the pace yet, but the fact that I was able to put this car into Q3 is still a phenomenal result. And we will take that, chat. We will take that. Right, let's get into the race then. 78 laps await us. 78 laps of the Monaco Grand Prix await us. So let's get your predictions in the chat. Where do you think we are going to finish in this race? Where do you think we are going to finish? Is this the last day race of the day, mate? I don't think so. I'm going to try and get Spain in. But I'm not 100% sure. I think we will have time for Spain. But let's see. Let's see. I will see how long I've been live after we finish this race. And if we've trickled over to 3 hours, then I'll just call it there. I feel like this is a big one, and it's okay for us to just do this. Georgie says DNF. Lewis says P7. F1 says P7. Costas P3. Hammy P8. Koza P8. Killy P7. Jossie says P10 to P1 comeback. Hem says P3. Chief says P5. Tommaso says P8. Hush says P6. Philip P1. Luca P7. Bobby P4. Green P22. Kino P1. Paul Foster P6. Big fan. Welcome, Kobe. Leaf says P5. Does. Thank you much for the follow. Fran Simon P13. Synthetic Sense of Humor P1. Bukin says P9. Bobby, thank you for the follow. Ben says P3. Felix P8. Julian P6, Paul Foster P6, Kobe says P7, Hero Dot, thank you for the follow, Legolas P7, Felix P, DNF, how dare you, Amsterdam, thank you for the follow, you're faster in the race, we sure are, Koza, Spinchbomb, top 22, safe bet, Albert P10, Craig P5, Mag, thank you for the follow, Kobe for the follow, it depends on if you crash, but otherwise P7, P1 for
Albon
Mayor.
leads us away from pole
Definitely
position.
a podium, says Stan.
And starting next to them is George
Callum
Russell.
P6.
As we continue through
Tam
the rest of
P15,
the grid
25k
today,
like you will do in Spain. How many likes are we on right now, chat?
Norris,
We have a like goal for the stream of
Carlos
200,000
Hamilton,
likes on the TikTok stream. Let's see if we
Antonelli,
can hit it. If you want to be able to smash the likes,
Houdon,
all right?
and Max
Like this.
Verstappen.
Four-finger technique at the same time. Blah, 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 blah. Really, really quick.
And Lawson.
Really, really quick. Right, let's get into it. Let's have a look at the race
Alongside
strategy
me
for
here
today. We're starting in the mid-pack, so it makes strategy a little bit difficult.
Okay, here we go.
But
I know what you can do.
it's the
Don't
choice
let me
between
down.
whether we want to do an undercut or whether we want to do an overcut. Now, do we feel like there's going to be a big gap? Yes, I do feel like there's going to be a big gap. I don't want to do an extra pit stop, even though it's faster, chat. Even though this is faster. Oh, but you can overtake here now. Should we go aggressive, chat? Should we go aggressive? What do we reckon? Should we do the Lewis Hamilton strat and go aggressive? It is 23 seconds faster, provided we can make the overtakes when we need to. Now, in terms of fuel, we've tested this, and we can underfuel. But we don't want to do minimum. With the amount of lifting and coasting we're doing, I think we could easily do... I mean, how many laps is that under fuel? 78 lap race. That is 17 laps under fueling. Probably not a good idea. But we can lift and coast. So... although, that's how much fuel it is. That's the projected. So on the projected one, we can run... probably about... yeah, I mean, what's that? That's 8 laps under. On projected, I reckon I can probably run there. So 57 kilos. Let's just double check that. So let's do that. Yeah, we can go a little bit under. I reckon we can go 4 laps under with the lifting and coasting. Because we will be doing lifting and coasting here. Not as much as other tracks, but we will be doing lifting and coasting. Scotty's flirting. Hello, Scotty. Cutie. Right. Let's go aggressive then, I think. I think we go aggressive. I think we go racy. We undercut. But do we start on the softs? Or do we start on the mediums? That is my question. Do we do softs, early, undercut, heavily, and try to catch back up? Or do we do the main catching later on, have the better tyres later on? I think mediums are still going to be better than the hards late on into the strat. I'm gonna have a look, chat. We're gonna have a look. Soft, medium, medium. Okay. Let's figure out what's best. So that currently is best there. 16, 3. Yeah, that's currently best. So, they're very similar. This one says it's slightly faster. We'll be pitting on lap 20 compared to them pitting like quite late on. Surely when you lift and coast you lose time. No, because you can do it in a way where you don't lose time. So if you lift early, you brake later. If that makes sense. So you carry still the same speed through the corner and you don't lose time. What do the red ones mean? That's soft. 1 in the chat to start on the soft tyres. 2 in the chat to end on the soft tyres. 1 in the chat to start on the soft tyres. 2 in the chat to end on the soft tyres. The reason I haven't done softs in the middle is because either we want to go massively undercutting to use the free air to catch back up whilst they're fighting, or we use the softs at the end when they're on hards and we have an easy chance of overtaking. So 1 in the chat to start on the softs, 2 to end on them. I think I'm seeing more 2s. I think we're seeing more 2s. Okay, more 2s it is. End on the softs. Let's go for it then, chat. This is our strategy today. We've underfueled. Let's hope we don't regret that, because that could be difficult. Right, let's go for it. Let's start the race. Let's start the race. And before we get into the Monaco Grand Prix, as we've been bumped up to P9 as somebody's got a penalty. Before we get into the Monaco Grand Prix, I need to know from everybody in chat, where are you from in the world? Where is everybody from in the world right now? Where is everybody from in the world? Where are we watching from right now? We've got Hungary, USA, Philippines, Wales, Holland, South Wales, Italy, Hawaii, Isle of Wight, Norway, Hellas, also known as Greece, Russia, Uganda, Italy, Australia, Norway, Dundee, trying to steal GTA 7.
No
Poland,
threat of rain
Donkey
for the time
Kong.
being. Conditions look good.
Malta, Australia, Sweden, Germany, India, Belgium, Azerbaijan, Germany, Malawi, Alcest, thank you for the follow. Thank you, Nico, for the follow as well. Afghanistan, Croatia, Jamaica, Denmark, Malawi, England, Croatia on the toilet, South Africa, Brazil, Monaco, Denmark. Thank you for the follow. Stan, Emil, Kubik, Krazer, Austria, Antarctica, Iceland, Zimbabwe, Swiss, Spain, Netherlands, USA. We've got California, the Arctic, Australia, Mississippi, Italy, Singapore, Basement, Mars, Malaysia, Azerbaijan, Greece, Zimbabwe, Costa Rica, Czech Republic, Denmark, Bosnia, Philippines, the Grandstand by Raskas. Well, I'll wave to you as I go past. Croatia, Hungary, Wales, Slovakia. Are you this one? Hello. Hello in that grandstand. Oh, the Aston Martin vibrations. Or are you this one here on the left? Hello. Hello. Person in grandstand. Hello. Hello. Right, let's go racing chat. Let's go. We are very internationally and galactic today, as I'm seeing many people in Mars and Uranus and on the moon. So we're everywhere, chat. We're watched everywhere. Right. 0.2.
Superb parking there, mate.
Superb parking indeed. Let's see what we can do, chat. Let's see what we can do. We need to try and nail this start. The last car lining up on the grid now. And we will see what we can do from Monaco. The lights are coming on. We'll find our revs. About 10.5 right there. Lights on, engines revving. We go racing here in Monaco. And it's not a bad start at all, but we are covered off immediately by Isaac Hadjar. Well played. Great team play between Hadjar and Verstappen. Hadjar blocking me off so Verstappen can get the run, but here we have a look on Isaac Hadjar. Can't quite get the position done through there, so we're settling. But can we get the run down the hill? They'll brake early. We'll have a look up the inside of Hadjar in towards Mirabeau, and then into the chicane. He's going to have the inside line, but I feel like the outside line is quite strong around here. Oh, it's close between the two of us, but we've made up a position. We're up into P8, and that is a place made already at the Monaco Grand Prix. Now we use boost. At the moment, not a lot of Lyco needs to be going on. But now we start to do it. Now we start to do a little bit of Lyco. 1 for fuel, 2 for battery. And if we can get the run out of this corner, this is where I think we're going to have the best chance, chat. Through there. As Antonelli directly in front of me. But remember, we're doing a big undercut. Hopefully with a tyre offset. Oh my God, here we go. Oh, the squeeze from Antonelli. Oh, around the outside though. Can we do it? Can we do it on Antonelli? He doesn't hit the wall. I backed out of it just because I was a little bit worried he might hit the wall there. And if he hits the wall, we would have been in big trouble because he would have bounced off into us. We're running simulation damage, so we can damage the floor. We can damage the side pods. We don't want to do any of that. So let's settle into a rhythm, chat. Let's try and get past Antonelli now. Antonelli is massively nerfed in this game. The fact that he won 5 races in a row in real life, but yet he's always down in like P7 in the game because his rating sucks, is a bit harsh to him. But we are looking, and when the opportunity presents itself, chat, we will be there. Okay, we will be there. So let's keep on pushing on Antonelli. We'll keep an eye on the fuel as well, see how much we are recovering. Go, 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 go! This is it, into the back, here we go! Around the inside! Come on, yes! What a move on Kimi Antonelli to get ourselves into the top 7 in this race. And that is what we need to be doing, chat. If we want to win the Monaco Grand Prix today in the boat that is the Aston Martin, we need more overtakes like that. Come on, baby! Let's keep pushing. Keep on pushing. Keep the car steady. Catch back up to the boost of Lewis Hamilton as we drive away from Kimi Antonelli, utilising the medium tyres. All on the same tyres right now. Remember, we're doing that undercut. And when we do the undercut, we need to make overtakes like that. We need to do it quickly. We need to not fanny about. We cannot afford to waste time stuck behind slow-moving drivers on this undercut. We've got to be aggressive, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Does Alexander Albon still lead the race? No. George Russell has taken the race lead, chat. George Russell leads in Monaco. Which is a bit of a shame. It's going to make winning this race a lot harder because he'll be able to drive away now with Alexander Albon not holding him up.
Boost mode available now. Use it if you
I don't have boost mode available. What are you on about, Mark? Mark's chatting rubbish. But I will get it because I'm right on the back of Lewis Hamilton. Showing that we've got great pace. I've dropped Antonelli as well. Yeah, these AI are struggling around here compared to me. And now I'm back behind Lewis Hamilton. He's not using boost mode. And we go into the fastest lap of the race so far.
Lap of the race. Keep this up.
That's not a good exit from Lewis. Come on. Up the hill, up the hill, up the hill. Can we have a look here? Oh, it's tight. It's tight, but we've pounced on him. We've surprised him. It's wheel to wheel between me and the Ferrari man around the outside into the casino section. Here we go, now down to Mirabeau. Still keeping it wheel to wheel with the Ferrari driver of Lewis Hamilton. Keeping it out of each other's way. No damage, no contact. Come on. He'll have the inside line. It's a little bit better. Oh, and he gets it. He holds the position. Great racing with Lewis. But we're there. We're making him nervous. And now we burn the battery. He's just not burning battery at all. And that makes things a lot easier for us. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's go. What a move on Lewis. And that's what we need if we want to make sure that we do not lose out on George Russell. He's a long way up the road now. But this is good. We're going aggressive. They are conserving tyres. They're going for the one stop. I'm sure of it. Driver behind.
That's Hamilton behind. Time last lap, 1 minute.
I feel like he's on a one-stopper.
0.3. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop.
One more stop, yeah. So they're on a one-stopper. We're on a 2. So he's conserving tyres. We are not, chat. We are not conserving tyres. We are pushing. We are pushing. And let's keep on going. We know the AI are weaker around Monaco. Hence why we are able to fight in an Aston Martin. But this is our best opportunity to gain good points early on in the season. We got lucky in Canada, very lucky, with strategy and a red flag perfectly timed for us. But now we've got to capitalise on them being weak and us being strong. On this being our track.
No tyre concerns at the
Come
moment.
on, come on, come on.
On the driving.
We will keep on pushing. Need to try and catch up to Carlos Sainz. He's in the Williams. You would expect that would be an easy pickings, but the Williams running very, very well at the moment in this career mode. Alexander Albon put it on pole. And he's currently running P2 in this race. Have we dropped Lewis Hamilton? Yes, we have. We don't have boost mode. We don't have overtake. But we'll keep on pushing. Racecraft of Mazepin. Who's got Racecraft of Mazepin?
Gap to the car ahead, 1.5 seconds.
What do you mean? I'm gaining places. Thank you much. Says Run for the follow. True Dragon. Looped. Thank you for the follows. If you are new around to chat, do hit that follow button. We're live right now on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and Kick. So feel free to watch and view on whatever platform is your favorite. We've got a vertical stream on YouTube and on TikTok. We've also got horizontal stream on YouTube and on Twitch. And on Kick. So if you want to watch horizontally, those are the platforms you go to. Let's keep on pushing. Thank you all for the follows. I see them coming in. Thank you, Gimme. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you, David. Sean, JT. Thank you for the follows. And this should catch us back up into overtake mode. It's exactly what we need, chat. Sticking with Carlos Sainz. And then we will see where we make that overtake, chat. Where we make that overtake. And if you want a reason to hit that follow button, then we're going to be live again on Thursday for more career mode. We'll be taking on Spain, whatever's after Spain. Spain, Austria, and Britain, I think. We're doing Spain, Austria, and Britain. So we'll be doing that on Thursday. And then on Sunday, we'll be doing another 100% race, but this time will be with you lot, the viewers. NV Storm, thank you for the follow. Right, let's keep pushing, keep pushing. And for those of you watching on TikTok, we have a like goal this stream of 200,000 likes. So let's see if we can hit it. 4-finger technique on the stream. Spam the likes. Right, on the back of Carlos Sainz now. Let's see if we can make an overtake. As we're driving away, if we can drive away and box into a nice little pocket of free air, that would be spectacular. Right behind Antonelli and ahead of the 2 Red Bulls would be perfect. That's where we want to be, chat. I'm not saving fuel like I was expecting, but I am pushing a bit more right now. But now we can start doing a bit more Lyco to save the fuel. One just so that we have the battery. Yep, that was definitely a corner cut. We got to take the warning on that one. We got to take that on the chin. We don't want to get too many of those. A penalty would not serve us well. Can we go? Can we go? I feel like they don't use their boost button that much around here. Big lift and coast though for us. Can we set it up the hill like we did on Lewis Hamilton? We're not quite as close, but he is going slow. So here we go, up the hill on Carlos Sainz. Can't do it. Not quite close enough. We will keep on waiting, chat. The opportunity will come. We've got to be ready when it's there. Lots of lifting and coasting right now and save the fuel. We've got a lot of fuel to save. Which maybe we went a little bit too much. I don't know. Thank you, Dean. Dino, mate. Thank you much for the 12 roses. Thank you, Bass, for the call. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone for the love and support in the streams. Come on, come on, come on. We can do this, chat. All the follows on stream as well. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Thank you everyone for the love and support. Oh, this is a good exit. Can we get it on Sainz here? Up the inside into Tabac. Can't quite have a look. We weren't close enough up the inside. I'm on simulation damage. It's just not worth the risks, chat. It's not worth the lunge. Up the inside, breaking the front wing. And boxing a lot earlier than we would have liked. We need to take this car to lap 20. Maybe at the end of the race, if an opportunity presents itself like that, that's when we'll be a little bit more aggressive. But right now, we have to rein it in. George Russell is driving away.
Is catching you by 5/10 a lap.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about Lewis Hamilton. Oh, bit wide, bit wide, bit wide. Come on, Hayden. Settle, settle, settle. Lift and coast. Save fuel down to 3.2. So if we're saving 0.2 a lap, maybe? Is that okay? Is that enough over 70 laps? 0.2 times 70. 0.2 times 10 is 2 laps. So maybe, I don't know. Can we get the exit here? We know we're quick here. The back end just getting a little bit loose from us.
50 laps of fuel remaining.
I'm trying to lift and coast, but it's stopping me from going on the attack, and I don't think I need to lift and coast as much. I think I can take a lap where I pounce. So let's see, chat, let's see. You're saving roughly 0.1 per lap. Okay, copy. That's still good, that's still good. 0.1 per lap times 10 is 1 lap, times 7 is 7 laps, so we should be okay then. So close to Sainz, but just not close enough unless we can get a run here. Oh, that's an opportunity. That's an opportunity around the outside of Mirabeau. Come on. He's still there. No. Damn it. We had an opportunity. He just got the pace off the Mirabeau hairpin. Tyres maybe dropping away from us. But we're putting him under pressure, chat. The pressure is there on Carlos Sainz. We're making him burn his battery. And here we go again. He will definitely have to go defensive here. Well, I'm lifting, coasting. Saving the battery. Saving the fuel. We're just a little bit too close there to get the run out of the corner. Right, I feel like we need to get past Sainz because we're unable to really properly fuel save because we're burning so much as well because we're just so slow at the moment. But he's in a train. It's not like we're losing out time to Norris ahead. We are very much in a train right now. Oh, yeah, we're not saving enough fuel, I feel like. I'm really worried about fuel. I think I should have listened to what the team was saying on fuel. If I was lifting and coasting in the practice program, then whatever fuel we are we need is the amount of fuel we need. I think I maybe went a little bit too aggressive. If a safety car comes out, then we'll be in a good place. There's no guarantee of that around here. Despite it being Monaco, AI don't always make mistakes. Trying to force one on Carlos Sainz. We will see. Thank you much for the basketball. Christian, thank you much for the heart meat, D&D. Let's keep on pushing, chat. Let's keep on pushing. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Just like we did on Antonelli. Up the inside into the back. We'll keep it wheel to wheel with Sainz. He's still there on the outside. We'll leave the room. There we go, boom. And that is the overtake on Carlos Sainz to move ourselves into P5. Great move. Very cheeky. The opportunity presented itself. And that is us into the top 5 in this race. What a move. Let's go. And that's exactly what we need to keep on doing, chat. Exactly what we need to keep on doing. More of that. When the opportunity presents itself, you've got to pounce. You've got to pounce. I'm not worried about Sainz behind. I can lift and coast. And we will still be able to catch up to the back of Lando Norris, I reckon. I think I've got the pace. George Russell, I think, will be the difficulty. I think the Williams has got good quality pace, but their race pace is not quite there. So they're currently holding up the 2 McLarens. But George Russell has been able to get away. So the sooner I can get past Albon, and the sooner I can start to reel back in George Russell, the better. But when are we boxing? Lap 29. So still a lot of laps to go on this strategy. And now we can really properly push. Now that we don't have Carlos Sainz right up my bum bum, we can push, we can lift and coast, and we can do exactly everything that we wanted to do earlier. So I think fuel saving will be a little bit better this lap now that we're in clean air, and that's what we need for fuel saving. It's weird. You'd expect being stuck behind another car, you'd be able to do more fuel saving, but for some reason we just can't.
More than 50 laps
My next pit stop is lap 29. But we can push more into the gaps and we can accelerate better out the corners because we don't have the dirty air, we don't have the traffic, so it's a lot better. We are catching up to Norris. We need to get past Norris quickly. Unlike Sainz.
Okay, mate. Okay, Sainz is behind you.
That'll be easy.
It is critical for our race that we
unlike
keep them behind,
Sainz,
please.
we should be able to get past Norris a bit quicker because he won't have the boost mode. I feel like Sainz had boost on Norris. And the moment he didn't, that's when we started to have a little bit of a look. So that's what we need to do. But fuel saving, I feel like, is definitely a little bit better here. It shoots up a little bit.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Though Norris is now catching up to Piastri, so that's not ideal. It's not what we need. Come back here, Norris. Come back here. Stay with me. Give me that boost. Give me that overtake. Give me overtake mode. There we go. We've got it. We've got it. Norris, I think, just about not close enough, maybe. So if we want to get him, it's got to be this lap. Monaco got to be the most boring race you've come across. Not in the game. In the game, you can definitely make overtakes. Maybe in real life, yeah, that's fair. But qualifying in Monaco is insane. Qualifying Saturday is just the best qualifying session of the year. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. On the back of Norris. We need to pounce whilst he's not got overtake mode. Come on, come on, come on. If somebody's being annoying in the chat and TikTok, guys, just block them. Those who are mods in the chat, feel free. I don't know what they're saying. I haven't seen any of it, but I'm sure we won't miss them. So that's fine. Right, on the back of Norris. Can we get the run here? Not quite, not quite, not quite. I was hoping I could get the run. You need it in that initial traction zone. As soon as you get the initial traction, that's where you need to be pushing. But unfortunately now, Norris will get boost mode off Oscar Piastri. Can we have a look here? Not quite, not quite. AI used to be so slow into that corner. In the 2025 cars, they're not quite the same. If you save like this, you can finish the race. I don't know, it's going to be tough. I don't know if we're saving enough, chat. I'm only just at 2.8 now. How much have we saved? What did we start on? What did we start the race on? Does anybody know how many laps down we were? I feel like it was 4 laps down. So that's not too bad, I suppose. If we started 4 laps down... Oh my god, round the outside of Norris here? Not quite, not quite. The 25 cars, you could make that move, but these cars, not as easy. 3.9 we started. Someone else is saying 3.37. 4 laps.
Fast. We can change strategy if you want. Check your MFD.
Tyres degrading fast. Usually when they say that, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. No warning. I didn't gain any time.
Confirmed.
I'm keeping the same strategy. We're not doing the one stop, guys. We're going aggressive. We're doing the 2. This is what I need. I need the tyres. I need the undercut. Where would we come out if we box chat? Looking at the... I think we can do it, but we come out ahead of the Haas.
We've got more than 50 laps of fuel remaining.
I think we can do that, chat.
Gap to your teammate behind.
If we come out ahead of the Haas or the Cadillac, whoever it is, and we're not in traffic, that's perfect. That is perfect. Oh, a bit wide. Maybe even ahead of the Red Bulls if we keep on pushing. I lost a little bit of time there. Not focused on the actual driving. Focusing too much on other things. Okay, so if we've already saved a lap of fuel, we can easily make it to the end. Let's not worry then. What am I doing? Open lobbies every Sunday. So if you want to join us for some open lobbies, hit that follow button. And therefore you'll never miss when we do the open lobby stream. Zach Plays, thank you very much for the follow. If you're on around and doing that follow button, Lol and Darts, thank you for the follows. Got very close there. Can we get a run here on Norris? We'll have a look. Side by side at back. Oh, it's close. It's closer than you want it, but that's one hell of a move on Lando Norris to move ourselves into the top 4. And that's our favourite overtaking position on the run to back. We just seem to be able to get the exit, get the car rotated a little bit better than everybody else. DW, Mino, Connor, Enzo, Jakey, Jay Clark, thank you much for the follows over on the TikTok stream. Appreciate you all. Everybody keep on hitting the like button. How many likes are we on at the moment? Keep on hitting that like button. Let's try and get 200,000 likes on the TikTok stream. If you're watching on YouTube, let's try and go for 100 likes on the YouTube stream. Go, 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 go. Likes work differently between YouTube and TikTok. TikTok, you can send as many likes as you want. YouTube, you can only send one once. All right, come here, Oscar Piastri. Let's keep pushing. Thank you for the follows, everybody. You absolute legends. If you're enjoying what you're watching here at Monaco and you want to see us potentially fight for the race win, we need to get past Albon quickly. Once we are past Albon, then the hunt for George Russell begins. And also maybe we can get the jump on the Haas driver, maybe even the Red Bulls. If we can come out ahead of those 2 Red Bulls, because they're so close to one another each right now, it will make it more difficult to overtake them. We don't really want to be behind any trains in this race. So I'm right behind Oscar Piastri here. This could present an opportunity. Bad exit though, bad exit. Not quite good enough. The Williams needs to be nerfed. Oh, they're cooking, aren't they? Alexander Albon, P2 in this race. He's great in qualifying, though. Not quite as good in the race. He's definitely holding up a bit of a train in the race now. We're trying our best not to be a part of it. So we need to make progress. We need to start cutting through, chat. 1 in the chat if you believe that we can win the race today at Monaco. 2 in the chat if you don't. 1 in the chat if you believe today is the day that we win a race for Aston Martin. 2 in the chat if you don't believe we can do it.
We've got more than 50 laps.
We're up to P3 or P4. We're on the back of P3. But the fight for the win is going to be more difficult because the gap that George Russell's got. It's going to be all about... Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's get the exit. Come on, come on, come on! To back. Can't quite do it. Oh, he's left the room, let's go! Still side by side, we leave the space to Oscar Piastri. Oh, it's still wheel to wheel, around the outside. Oh, what a move! What an overtake on Oscar Piastri around the streets of Monte Carlo to take the podium here on lap 18 of the race. And that was sensational. No contact, running simulation damage. on 110% AI. And we're still in this race. It's risky, it's ballsy. When you make a move like that, you've got to be so certain you can make it stick. It takes two to tango, though. Big thank you to Oscar Piastri, who left the room on the inside at Tabak. That presented the opportunity. I was expecting him to close the door and just take the corner. That's why I backed out. Rear tyre's starting to get a little bit squirmy now. But now I'm in the free air, just a little bit. I can push away and save battery. 32% on the tyres. Oh. Maybe then, chat, maybe we've done the wrong strategy call. Maybe we needed 2 sets of hards. I don't know, medium, medium, hard could be better. I don't know here, chat, because the tyres aren't looking great. So how good would the softs be? I feel like I've got to do 20 laps on soft tyres. The fact that we've not even done 20 laps on these tyres and they're already 30% does make me a little bit worried. What do we reckon, chat? What do we reckon? You should have a rear view mirror? No. Anybody who has the rear view mirror, you're a maniac. It's so off-putting. The rear view mirror is so off-putting. As soon as somebody gets close to you, it looks like they're going to drive into you. Right, come on. Lifting, coasting. Catching up to Alexander Albon. A little bit of a lock-up through there. As we say, bless you to Fem, who walks into the room and sneezes. Exits again. No more sneezing. As we catch up to Alexander Albon here. Come on. He is a maniac. If you're driving in iRacing, it's not too bad. But for the F1 game, no. You don't need the rearview mirror. I don't even look back, chat. You don't, like, I see people do this all the time. And I'm like, how can you see where you're going? Look forward. Don't look back. If I want to look back, I have mirrors on my car. I'll use those to see where they are. As we gain on Alexander Albon, we're into the boost mode now. We're into overtake. 8 seconds up the road is George Russell. We have set the fastest lap of this race so far. Are you from England? Yes, I am.
Yeah, really good job on hitting that target, mate. Nice
there we
work.
go, perfect.
Still a long way to go, though.
Nearly got a warning there. What do we reckon then, chat? What do we reckon?
The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap.
What do we reckon for strategy? Is the medium soft still the right strategy? As Philip, thank you much for the heart meet and for the rose. Do we think the medium soft is still the right strategy to be on? One in the chat if you think stick with the medium soft. 2 in the chat if you think maybe the tyre wear is a little bit worse than we expected.
We've got more than 50 laps of fuel.
This is the tyre wear, chat. This is the tyre wear. 36% on mediums after 21 laps. Now, it won't be as bad on lighter fuel later on in the race. Well, we need to make sure we keep on using our battery, because if we use our battery, that means that we can lift into the corners, because we're going faster into the corners, so we can lift earlier into the corners and not lose so much time. But of course, we need to try and get past Alexander Albon here. I feel like he's slower than us. I feel like we will get an opportunity either this lap or the next. Here we go, chat.
Mode is available now.
Here we go. Let's push on Alexander Albon. See if we can get this overtake done. But where can we do it, chat? Where can we do it? Where is Alexander Albon weakest in the race? Here we go, on the back of the Williams driver. There will not be an opportunity down here. He's not done a Carlos Sainz and lost the rear end, so we will stick behind him. We will wait patiently. You've got to take the chance when it comes, chat, but you also have to be patient in Monaco. You can't force an overtake around here. If you try to force an overtake, more often than not, you'll end up in the wall and have damage. Philip, thank you much for the give you alls. This is a little bit weak here, but we're going to lift and coast into the corner. So is he, though. Up the inside. Can't quite do it. He had a little look there. But maybe on the exit. Maybe on the exit. Nah, just a little bit too loose. We're just a little bit too loose into the corner, chat. And as I said, we do not want to force the overtake. We want to have a look. We want to put him under pressure. But we will not force an overtake that's going to cost us all these positions in the race. We're going to be boxing shortly, and we should come out ahead of that Haas. So when we box, we're going to have clean
Car
air.
ahead starting to create a gap. They're just starting
And
to
that's going
pull
to give us the
away from
chance to fight with George Russell, the undercut. What did I say, people? People just look back. They look back like on their camera. In game, like this. And it's so off-putting. I'm like, my eyes did not even process what I just looked at. And what am I looking at some points? Like, I was watching Razin, his POV, when we raced in Monaco, when I was behind him. And he was constantly doing that. I'm like, what are you looking at, bro? I'm not even close. I'm not even going to make a move. I can see two things to see whether a car is burning battery and is closing up on me. Firstly, the arrow will get more white. Oh, here we go. Can we have a look here on Albon? Oh, he leaves the room. He leaves the room. Very kind from Alex. It's still wheel to wheel, though. Around the outside again, like we did on Oscar. He hits the wall. And we've got him. We've got him. Oh, my God. We're through, chat. We are through. To back is the overtaking corner. We've lost time to George Russell, but now we go, chat. Now we go. We push like hell. We still fuel safe. But we push like hell to catch up to George Russell. We've got 5 laps before we make our pit stop. Unless, chat, unless you feel like maybe now that we're in P2, we don't go aggressive. But going aggressive has caused us to get this tyre wet. We will see on the second stop. But as I was saying, 2 things to look at when a car's closing in on you behind and whether you feel like you need to defend or not. Firstly, the arrow will go from a little white blob to like 3 chevrons, 3 arrows, and that's when you know they're closing up. Also, just look at the time in the top left. I can see that I gained on Alexander Albon there. And that's all you need to look at. Right, 10.8. Are we gaining on George Russell? If we're not gaining on George... Oh, we have gained a lot there. Charles Leclerc's out of the race. Is that going to be a safety car? That would have been a perfectly timed virtual safety car for us. A free pit stop. But it seems like it won't be. And it seems like it's just an engine failure for Charles Leclerc. If it was anything other than an engine failure, it probably would have resulted in a safety car. But as it has not.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 36.
And therefore it's not a safety car.
5 seconds.
Right, it is hammer time indeed, chat. It is hammer time indeed. We're going to try and build a gap and see what we can do. We've been aggressive. We've done the overtakes. 10.3. That is the gap. Here's the yellow.
Flag.
Oh, nearly lost it there. Yeah, Charles Leclerc, engine failure. Off down into the runoff area. And that is his race over. His home Grand Prix is done. Or maybe he's just messed up the brakes again. I don't know. His braking, not quite there. Right, 10.3. Gaining slight amounts on George Russell, but the biggest win is down into this corner. And this is where I'm like lift and coasting, chat. Lift and coast there. But it's that corner right there. That's where they're slow. I gain 3/4 tenths. That's close to the wall there. Got to be careful. I can't afford any damage. A bit of front wing's okay. I can get that repaired in the pit stop, and I believe I have the gap to the Haas or the Cadillac to come out ahead of them. I would love to jump the Red Bulls, but I don't think that's going to happen. We will see. Oh, a bit wide. Bit wide, bit wide, bit wide. Man, it's almost like real life. Exactly, exactly. Right, 2.3 on the fuel right now. I think we're doing a good job on fuel saving. If we can get to halfway through this race and it's lower than 2, we're in a good spot. As I think we're weak in Sector 1. Sector 1 is always where we're weakest. But Sector 2 and Sector 3, we are so strong through there. 4.6 already the gap to Alexander Albon. Me and George Russell in a world of our own right now. As he's trying to become Mr. Monaco. How many likes are we on the TikTok stream, chat? How many likes are we on right now? How many likes? Thank you much, Nathan, for the 15. Give it your alls. I will try and give it my all. 69k, nice. We can do it, chat. 200k likes. I believe in you all. Spam the like button. Everybody hit that like button on the TikTok stream. Use all the fingers. And if you're new around here, chat, hit that follow button. Thank you much to Dada, Prezemo, Rash. Thank you all for the follows.
The pit window, and you're going to be on mediums.
Yeah, copy, Mark, copy. 2 more laps. 2 more laps till we box. They project that we're going to come out in P13. Oh, I see you all spamming the likes on TikTok. Let's go. Harrison, thank you for the follow. On Twitch, thank you. Santir, Charlie. The follows on TikTok. Thank you, Kovrig. Thank you very much, everybody, for the love and support. Thomas, welcome in. 9.6 now, the gap. Still trying to fuel save as well as push at the same time. 2.9. Vec, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Enrique. Lift and coast, lift and coast. Don't hit that wall on the left-hand side either. The whole race will be over if we do. George Russell still 9 seconds up the road, but once we make that pit stop, if we are in free air, we will gain. We will undercut. But then he will have the better tyres. So it's gonna be interesting, chat. It's definitely gonna be interesting at the end of this race. 2 more laps to go, and then we box.
There are 49 laps
Edward, mate, Justin, Bren, thank you very much for the follows. Appreciate you all. Nice and smooth. 7 seconds now to Albon. We are flying. Me and George Russell are in a world of our own in this race at the moment. A world of our own. Keep the follows coming, chat. Every follow gives us a little bit of extra brake horsepower. So does a like on the stream. So let's keep pushing, chat. Let's keep pushing together. We win and we lose together. Come on, come on, come on. The AI is borderline incompetent when it comes to overtaking in Monaco. Yeah, the AI don't really make overtakes around here. They're faster than F125. On F125, with this car, how bad it is, I could start last and I would win the race. And you know what? Maybe I could have done the same here. I mean, we're doing an extra pit stop, but an extra pit stop says it's faster. And I think it will be, because I will be in clean air. As we're now 8.6. We haven't really been doing much LICO there. We are pushing to try and see if we can jump the Red Bulls. The thing is, though, I don't want to come out in traffic of that train again with Lewis, Antonelli, Albon, Sainz, and the 2 McLarens. Don't be like Hulkenberg and have a P. Well, luckily, there's no gravel around here.
Hard on the in-lap.
So I should be okay. I don't think I'll have any gravel turn off the car. Thank you, Kevin Collins, for the 39 roses. Philip for the 4 go populars. 8.7. The gap to George Russell is coming down. It's coming down to about where it was when before we overtook Alexander Albon. Of course, we lost a little bit of time with Alex. Just going side by side through sector 3. But that's okay. The overtake was important. As you can see how much time we were losing. Although I feel like Alexander Albon hit the wall when we overtook him. And that caused him to have front wing damage. So if I get stuck in that train, we're in big, big trouble. And I think I might do. But I'm hoping they box before I catch up to them. That's what I'm hoping, chat. But the Red Bulls are definitely catching up to that train. It's just a case of whether I jump the Red Bulls or not. Right, boxing this lap. Box, 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 box. Go, 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 go. We're back to 2 laps down of fuel. Don't speed into the pit lane. Boom, boom, boom. Right. Medium tires going on the car. 50% on the rear. I don't know, chat. We might have to go hard to the end. I don't know. We might have to go to fresh hards. Go, 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 go.
Okay, go, go, go.
100k likes. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Looks like a nice stop time.
Yeah,
We're
tyre
happy
wear
with
is
that one.
bad around here on the mediums for me. And we are going to come out behind the 2 Red
You only have
Bulls.
to stop
But
once
crucially,
now. 1 stop left.
as I said, ahead of the 2 Haas. But unfortunately, I feel like I am going to be in a train here. But new medium tyres. And we will assess what we go to later. I mean, new hard tyres later on will be better than their used hard tyres because we will have a lot laps fresher. The softs might not be the play, chat. They might not be the play. Depends how many laps they want me on them at the end. We'll have a look at how these tyres fare. We will have a little look at how these tyres work. How quick are we then? We've got a
this
big old
isn't
train
battery
to catch up.
position. They haven't yet pitted and they're on a one-stopper. So don't waste time fighting.
Yep, I know.
They should be coming in soon.
We need to get past them, Mark. We have to get past them. We can't afford to wait. Because if we wait in this train, the undercut doesn't work. So we need to, every opportunity, every lap, we need to be making one overtake, chat. One overtake on this train. Do we get overtake mode on Verstappen? No, we do not. So it's got to be the next lap unless we can sneak something. Now, I think a few of these drivers may be struggling with front wing damage, which will have them slow through the corners. So that's something we might be able to capitalize on, like we might be able to capitalize here on Max Verstappen. Not quite close enough. Maybe on the exit. Maybe on the exit. We'll have the better tires, better traction. Here we go. He'll go defensive. We'll go around the outside.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now.
Oh, it's deep around the outside. We'll leave the space to Max Verstappen. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. The outside line is better through here. Still side by side. Still holding it wheel to wheel with Max Verstappen here in Monaco. The space is given. The respect is given between the two of us. But that is a crucial overtake to move ourselves into the top 9. If you're enjoying what you're watching right now, chat, make sure you hit that follow button. Let's try and get the exit here on Isaac Hadjar. Burn the battery, burn the battery, burn the battery into the back. It's desperate. It's a lunge. Oh, what a move. What an overtake. That's fresh tyres for you, chat. That is what fresh tyres can do for us. And the outside of Antonelli as well. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh my God, it's like taking candy from a baby. He is a baby. He's only 19 years of age. And then we're doing exactly what we need to do if we want to catch up to George Russell. We cannot get stuck in this traffic, chat. We have to make overtakes. We have to go for it. How many laps left? We're on lap 32 out of 78 right now. So a lot of laps to go. 3 in 1 lap. That was insane. Honestly, absolutely insane.
Okay, mate. Picking your moments to use ERS is important, so let's try and be as consistent as possible.
Okay.
With it, please.
Copy. We go around the outside here. On Lewis, can we have a look? No, no, not quite. I reckon I can get him out of the tunnel, though. I'll have the traction off this corner. Compared to him, we'll have the better tyres. Let's go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, yeah, it's easy. It's easy. Those tyres are dead. Those tyres are done for. And that is a move on Lewis Hamilton.
Nice move. Good job.
And now let's get Sainz. Norris. Oh, here. Easy, easy, easy. Look at the traction. Oh, it's so good. Sainz is still there. Sainz is still fighting it. Sainz has given up on it. Huge. But we need to get past this train as soon as possible because we're still losing time to George. The whole time we're in this traffic, chat, we are losing time to George Russell. Go, 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 go. Use the traction. Use the better traction. They've got better straight line speed, though. They'll get offensive. And that will cause me to go for a switch. Oh, we had to back out of it. But now we go up the hill. There we go. Boom. There we go. That's P4. This is huge, chat. What a drive we are having here in Monaco. And this is why I wanted to go aggressive. I wanted the tyres to be able to pull off overtakes like this. Fresh tyres around Monaco is so good in this game. You can do the undercut. You can be aggressive. Can we go around the outside, though? Still not possible. These cars are just so much shorter than the 2025 cars. But as long as we're patient, don't force anything, we can get the traction on Oscar. And there's nothing he can do about it. Nothing that Oscar Piastri can do there. And we should be able to get Alexander Albon on the exit of this corner. Open it up. Get the traction, let's go. Burn the battery. And that is boom. That is it. Up into P2. Right. 23 seconds to George Russell. Now we start to cut it open, chat. Now we start to cut that deficit to George Russell. 23 seconds, but we've got so much better tyres. Let's go, chat. Let's go.
43 laps of fuel remaining.
When does your 24-hour race start after this stream? We will not be doing any 24-hour restart today. Oh my God. Traction on point, bro. Escape this traffic. That was insane. Turn the difficulty up. If only I could. Yeah, the AI aren't that strong around here, but we've got so much better tyres. We're on brand new mediums. Their tyres are 30 laps old. We saw how much wear was on our medium tyres after 30 laps. 50%. So theirs have got to be in the 60 range by now, or slightly better. But I feel like their tyre wear is worse than mine. So they're going to be struggling. They could even be getting towards puncture territory. We're still low on fuel, though. As we're not quite at the halfway stage of this race, but I feel like the fuel saving that we are doing is fantastic. We're saving the fuel exactly like we need to. 22 seconds to George Russell. How much is a pit stop around here? We can get in front of him when he's got fresher tyres than me and hold him up. And then we just need to catch up a whole pit stop. That would be insane. But we're going to need to have to catch up a whole pit stop to George Russell. We're going to have to rein him in the final stint. Whether that's soft tyres, whether that's hard tyres, I don't know yet. We will see. Keep lifting, coasting. Right, they're starting to make pit stops now, chat. 20 seconds to George Russell. He's on medium tyres, so I suspect he will be into the pits at the end of this lap. I think Kimi Antonelli, for some reason, is going to get priority, but I suppose he's in a little bit more of a race. They're not particularly worried about me with George Russell, I think. And I think George Russell, as it stands right now, will come out ahead of me. I think it's about 18 seconds time loss for a pit stop. So it's going to be close if I can make up the time on this lap, chat. If I can make up the time on this lap, teammates in the box, that's Lance Stroll. George Russell won't get any traffic, but if he stays out an extra lap, he will get blue flag traffic, which is not what he's going to want. Right, come on then, come on then. 19, down to, okay, he's in the box. Here we go then, chat. Will we be able to jump him? Did the undercut work? Despite the traffic that we had, has the undercut worked to George Russell? Let's wait and see, let's wait and see. He's going to hard tyres. His one-stop strategy all the way to the end now. He's out of the pits. It's going to be close.
Okay, Russell,
it's going to be close. We're going to get him. He's going to skip a little bit of turn one, but I don't think it's going to be enough for George. And we are into the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix. But he is going to have better tyres than me, chap. He is going to have better tyres than me. And we still need to make a pit stop in this race because we've only used medium tyres. So it's still crucial that we keep pushing. Antonelli, 12 seconds. Hadjar, Verstappen. They're all going to be better tyres. Let's go, let's go. Pit, pit, pit. We don't need to pit, chat. We do not need to pit. We will pit a lot later in this race. Our pit stop is on lap 58, giving us 20 laps on soft tyres, which might be too much. Time will tell. Right now, though, we are focused on fuel. We're in the lead of this race. If I can gain on George Russell, whilst also saving the fuel, we are looking on for the hunt at the end. That's what it's going to be all about. Right now, we will have to close in. We will have to catch up to George Russell and make an overtake at the end. And that's where I'm slightly worried about tyres, because we're going to need those tyres late on in this race. But let's see, chat. Let's see. 1 in the chat if you believe that we can win this race. 2 in the chat if you don't. 1 in the chat if you believe that we can win this race. 2 if you don't. And if you are new around here, chat, do hit that follow button. Every follow gives us a little bit of extra brake horsepower in the car. This Aston Martin, this Honda engine needs it. And I really appreciate all the support from all of you. Thank you very much. Akaz for the resub. 19 months of watching Domehead in front of the screen. Can you believe it? Also, still any chance of an LMU Community Championship? I'm working on it still. I'm working on it. Don't you worry. At the moment, we're still in F1 26 hype era. So it won't be anytime soon. But who knows? Never say never. Right, fuel. Start coming down, please. 1.5. We're still really good on fuel. And I wouldn't necessarily say George Russell is catching me at an alarming rate. I think he is gaining on those fresher tyres. And as the race goes on, his tyres will continue to get better than mine because I'm older. But also, they're softer. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, Akaz, for 19 months at a Tier 1 sub. What a legend. Thank you very much. So we gained a little bit on George Russell there. That's perfect, chat. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. Guy with Motion, thank you for the follow. Over on Kick, thank you, S. Florian, for the rose. Appreciate you. Thank you, everyone, for the follows. Thank you, Jonathan, for the 59 roses. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For all the love and support. How many likes are we on the TikTok stream now? We've hit 100,000. Will we get to 200,000 by the end of the race? Pit hards and push, mate. 126. Keep hitting that like button, chat. We can do it. 200k likes. I believe in you all. I believe in you all. Right, come on, chat. We can do this. We can do this. If you're losing, why don't you just drive backwards and take him out? Because I don't think I need to answer that question. I think there's a very good reason why we don't do that. As Hadjar going long, that's going to really help us out because they're holding up an Alexander Albon, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri train that's going to stop them from doing an undercut on my second stop. Not like they're able to do that because we are driving away from George Russell ever so slightly. And we are saving fuel. Well, that's what you do in Creative Series against real people. I don't drive backwards and take them out. Not in a race. Are you alright, bro? If you're winning, why don't you just quit the race technically because you won? That's a great fact, to be fair. I'll take that. You're gaining on Russell. Yeah, we're gaining on Russell. Pace is good. It's just fuel. We need to keep on saving the fuel. You have multiple times or cause a safety car red flags. Again, I don't think you know what you're talking about because at no point in a race have I ever purposely taken somebody out. And I've never purposely caused a safety car or a red flag.
Tyre wear for now.
So I think you need to check your facts, Grem. I think you need to check your facts. Did I watch CS last week? I am in the process of re-watching it. I'm about lap 40 or something, I think. Oh, you're talking about Monaco. Yeah, when we did Monaco, we were great. We made so many great clean overtakes. We were flying. Is this max difficulty? Yes, it is. And I might race this weekend in Madrid. We will wait and see. It depends whether Fem's out or not. But what are you on about? Do it most of the time for your content. What about others? I don't know what you're on about, bro.
Really good. You hit that target nicely.
Find the proof.
Go in this race, so let's keep it
find the proof of me taking other people out on purpose. And in a race, if you can find proof of me taking out other drivers on purpose in a race, then I will take it back. But I don't think you can find it, bro.
37 laps of
I wish you the
remaining.
best of luck going through the archives and finding that. Of me ever taking somebody out on purpose in a race and purposely causing a safety car. Maybe there was once, I think Vegas, I tried to cause a safety car and it didn't happen and I crashed myself out because that was my last ever race in CS, like as a full-time driver. That's the only one time in Vegas that I know that I purposely put it into a wall for a safety car. He's going to pull out the F1 2020 special event. Yeah, but I didn't take anybody out on purpose. Maybe with Jana Watmir. I don't think you can count the special event. When we're all just driving around and messing about. Go, 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 go. We are flying right now. Do you not race CS anymore? Not as a full-time driver. I kind of just race when I want to. If I want to race, then everyone sees it and says you're always the first to start pissing around for content because you're always stuck at the back. Yeah, sometimes you... See, I've been talking about this with a lot of the other Creative Series drivers, and you could say that about every driver who isn't in the top 5 on the grid. And I was saying that basically the only way to be talked about by drivers who have the biggest viewership, who's at the front, is to make a mistake. If you make a mistake, that's the only time they're going to talk about you. Which just kind of sucks, because like Monaco, I had such a great race. I had so many great overtakes in Monaco, but not any of them were talked about. No one goes, oh yeah, Hayden did a really good job there. No, but when you do badly, it's like, this guy sucks. He's so bad because what? I made a mistake in a race? Why am I always the first to do it? I'm really not. I never mess about in races. Maybe in qualifying. Maybe in qualifying, because statistically, you look at qualifying has never mattered in Creative Series. The amount of wins from pole position, I think, in about over 100 races, is like 20 wins from pole. So qualifying has never mattered. In a race, I will never mess about. Because why? What's the point of messing about in a race? The race is the main product. The qualifying doesn't matter. It's not doing badly. You deliberately ruin or disrupt a race. Say what you want, mate, but even your chatters know I'm right. Okay, chatters, is he right? Twitch chat, because he's in Twitch. Is he right? I love how I'm having an argument around Monaco right now, and I'm still leading this race. And bro says I'm a bad driver. I'm literally reading chat for the whole time, driving around Monaco. Hey, and I have the shot, want me to take it. What do you mean? He's wrong? Yep, see, there we go. Chatters are saying you're wrong. I think the chatters are actively disagreeing with you, bro. Bro watches one Alex Gillen clipbook, which is the most one-sided, biased thing ever. Yeah, thank you, chatters. I appreciate you all. I will be the first to admit that I muck about in qualifying. I have no issue with that. I've driven in reverse in qualifying, but I've never gotten anybody's way in qualifying by doing it. Yorit tried to copy me once, and he crashed with somebody. That's not my fault. That's Yorit's fault. 5.5. Still ahead of George Russell. Still maintaining this gap right now, chat. It's going to get interesting when we make this pit stop because we've got to hunt down George Russell. I'm not able to get away from him right now. His tyres are really good.
There are 34 laps of fuel remaining.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. But I'm guessing Tom... Hang on. See, oh yeah, all you have to do is ask Tom Biener. He knows I'm one of the cleanest drivers on the field. All you have to do is ask Tom Biener, and he will be able to tell you that I'm one of the cleanest drivers on the field. Me and Tom Biener in the CS Classic went side by side for 2 laps around here. Doesn't get talked about. Why? Because it's not controversial. It's not controversial. You can watch my highlights from Monaco. I made a mistake where I tapped Fimex, spun myself around at the top of this hill, but every other overtake was clean. And we had a good recovery to P9 in the race. I will never hype myself up and say that I am a fast driver. But you can always trust yourself that I will leave you space when we go wheel to wheel online. You will always be left space. And if you don't realize that, Graham, then you need to start watching my content a lot more rather than just relying on what other people say. Because, oh my god, look how much traffic we got here. Because how is Alex Gillen supposed to know how clean I am when he never goes wheel to wheel thing? How will you ever know? Right, let's keep pushing. We got a bit of traffic here, which is not ideal. It's my own teammate. They're all going to get blue flagged. But this is going to be fine. Do I know the player Tom? Of course I am. Tom's a great friend of mine. Tom is, in my eyes, the cleanest driver I've ever come across. He will always try and make sure that he leaves space. There's a lot of clean drivers in Creator Series. Razin is very clean when he doesn't lose his head. When he loses his head, then you're in trouble. GB's pretty clean. Tom 97, clean driver. Right, this is where it's going to get tricky, chat. This is where I'm going to lose time. Why are you letting me through there, Lance? What are you doing? Behrman's in the top 4 right now on this strategy. That's insane. I think they're going to lose a lot of places, and it's going to be difficult for them to make overtakes, but they have held up a massive pack for me. It's a 2-horse race, this race. It's a 2-horse race going on right now. Whole chat speaking to me. How boring's the chat? Okay, bro. Bro thinks the whole world revolves around him. Doc, I think we're tired of him now, so we can just get rid of him. Feel free to get the banhammer out. Bro is unable to see any opinion but his own. He's never watched any content of ours. He's just seen me from other people. So he's had his moment. How about Infratic? Yeah, I'd say Infratic's quite clean as well. I've never had an issue. Me and Fabio went side by side around here in Monaco. I think me and Fabio race each other hard. There's always a little bit more, like, I think me and Fabio are smart drivers that when there's a driver we know is quicker than us, we will we will not really fight them too hard. We kind of let them go if we feel like we're going to lose time. But when it comes to each other, even if I'm on fresher tyres than him or he's on fresher tyres than me, then we'll both put up a fight. But we will both do it cleanly. And I've always had good fights with Fabio. I've never been able to
laps of fuel remaining.
be put in the wall by Fabio or Fabio put me in the wall. So I've always had good fights with Fabio. Matt 212, I've only gone wheel to wheel with him and it's not ended well. But I'm sure Matt is a clean racer. I just need to have more battles with Matt. I thought I was going to get one in Monaco, but then a virtual safety car came out and he pitted, so I wasn't able to do that. Forehead reveal. Pretty good hairline for 30 years of age. I feel like we got a pretty good hairline. It's not too bad. Could be a lot worse. I will take it. Right, nice and smooth. Hayden, what's the reward for winning CS? A thumbs up, maybe. That's probably about it. Mine's worse and I'm 17. Hair not thinning. I always am a little bit self-conscious about it, but I think that's just more because I'm on camera. I have lights and I see myself a lot more. But like I was looking back at pictures of myself when I was clearing out my mum's house when she was moving. Oh god, that was loose. And yeah, I don't see much difference between then and now, to be honest, so I don't actually think it's thinning too much. Maybe a little bit from then, but I don't have anything to worry about. And if it does ever get to a stage where it's starting to thin, Player is paying for my hair transplant with all the donos that he's giving. With all the donations to the stream, we'll get that turkey hair transplant courtesy of Player. Thank you very much, I appreciate it, buddy. But yeah, I don't think anybody should ever be self-conscious about going to get their hair done or anything like that. At the end of the day, whatever makes you happy to see yourself and look at yourself and not be self-conscious. I know people who have had like nose jobs and done their hair where basically they hate looking at themselves in the mirror. They see themselves in the mirror and they hate it. If that's happening to you and you want to get that changed, why not? Right? Make yourself feel better, of course. I love how we're just chatting about this stuff driving around Monaco. Tyre degradation is a lot better now. 26% on the rears compared to 50% it was earlier. So we're in a better position right now with tyre deg. We could lap the whole field but George Russell here in this race. That is a possibility. George Russell is closing. I think he's just hit the back markers now, though, which we obviously lost a lot of time on. But, yeah. Azzy, you don't have to spam in the chat, bro, okay? It's not just about you. If I miss it, you can just send it once, but stop spamming in the chat. Do I have a recommendations for managing the battery? It's lifting and coasting. A lot of people put it down into none. I don't think it's a good idea because the difference between none and medium is just so big. Plus, also it upsets the car when you switch. So the thing to do is just lift into corners. You lift, and then you brake a little bit later. So I'll lift here, I'll lift early, and I'll brake later. Usually I'll brake at that corner just after the 100. But because I'm lifting and coasting, I can brake a bit later. And it also allows you to underfuel the car before a race. I underfueled by about 4 laps. I will get those laps back. We're minus 1.15 at the moment. Love your videos, Hayden. Thank you much, Jack. You better have that Eddie Vedder with all my donuts. We will have the best hair in the world. We'll look like a Yeti by the time we're done. Right, blue flag, blue flag. Still a while until we box, but if we can get past these two drivers and are able to run free, then that'll be great. As Alexander Albon has now been freed up, 50 seconds up the road. But does he still have that front wing damage? Did they box and fix it? I don't think they did.
28 laps of fuel.
I love the underfueling because in the league I get crazy starts. Well, just by underfueling because you're lighter. Fair. Yeah, you just kind of have to work out how much you're going to be able to save. I went a little bit too far last night in a 25% race at Austria in one of GB's streams. So I had to lift and coast quite a lot in the last 5 laps. Maybe about an extra 50 meters earlier than I would have wanted to. But most of the time, it's pretty spot on. And it's not like you're losing time with lifting and coasting because you're doing it anyway to get battery back and everybody's doing it. So it's a good thing to kind of just get a little bit of data, figure out how many laps under you can go through lifting and coasting. Of course, if you get a red flag, it can mess it up and you might have to do a little bit more. And some laps maybe you'll be pushing. So I wouldn't go exactly to like the minimum that you can go. Maybe just give yourself a little bit of leeway, just in case. Oh, that's the wall. Vehicle condition.
Systems all looking
No
good.
damage. Okay,
Head
we're good,
down.
we're good. No damage, chat. This Hulkenberg is holding us up here. Oh, that's wide. Hulkenberg should let me through. Will he get overtaken by Esteban Ocon here? This is going to be close. Two AIs going for a fight. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. Oh, are they? Are they? They're fighting. They're fighting. Ocon's got it. He's capitalized. Huge. Right. Now we need to try and push on, chat. Because George Russell's got traffic. He'll have those two in front of him. We have a little bit of clean air now. So now we push in the clean air. No more waffling with Graham or whoever his name was. Being like, I've seen an Alex Gillen clip book where you made a mistake once. You're a terrible driver. You are the worst person in the world. Meanwhile, doesn't watch my Monaco race of amazing clean overtakes at Monaco. It's why, like, I always want to come back into Create Series to kind of, like, prove people wrong. Because I just have a bad name. Like, whenever anybody talks about me, it's like, oh, we're behind Hayden. He's going to take us out. He's so bad. And it, like, rarely happens. It probably never happens. But because of a few incidents, they're like, yeah, he's a terrible driver. And I'm always like, oh, maybe I should just come back into Create Series. Try and put myself in a good name from driving cleanly. But because no one cares, that doesn't fit their narrative. We can have the cleanest race in the world. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fit their narrative. So they won't talk about it. Think Hayden is a watermelon sugar type of guy? Hell yeah. Are we talking favourite Harry Styles songs? Because if we're talking favourite Harry Styles songs, it is Fine Line for me. Fine Line is my favourite. Although Aperture...
Okay, mate. Right, we've got
Live.
some clear track in front of us, so let's make best
Very
use
good.
of it and make
People
the
Kindness
next lap
is a
quick
banger.
one.
Oh,
You got
I've gone
this.
into second. That's not good. What are we trying to do? Achieve a lap time of a 118 easy. Hayden low-key has a villain arc coming on by the sound of things. No, because I don't want that. I just want people to establish that you can go side by side with me and that you will be left space and we will have a clean battle. You don't have to push me off. You don't have to be aggressive with me. I will leave you space and I hope that you leave me space too. That's all I want. And that's why, like, you can ask Tom Biener how clean would he rate me on track, and I reckon he would easily give me a 7. Because every time, like, I've had some insane will-to-will battles with Tom.
Great stuff. It looked like you made easy work of that target. Let's try
Yeah,
and
I
keep
get what
that
you
going
mean.
right
I get
through
what
to
you
the
mean,
end of the race.
Superboy, but it just sucks a lot of the time, you know. When you come off like a race and you just feel like I've done such a good job, and then you watch Clipbook and it's like, oh, look at this one mistake Hayden made. He sucks. And I'm like, bro, why are you showing 1% of my race rather than the 99% of things that I do well? And like, as I said, I feel like that's the only way you get talked about as a driver who is not inside the top 5. They will just see one moment that was bad because they didn't race with you, and they just get an assumption of you on that, despite them doing exactly the same things. I mean, you can watch Ben's race, you can watch Alex's race. 99% of the race, they will do everything perfect. But there will be 1% of that race that they make a mistake. They maybe make a little bit of contact, they push someone wide. But it's glossed over, it's just like, but the rest of my race was fine. But for us, it's the other way around. For people like me, people like Sanderson, people like Ricky, who else? Guats, Fabio.
And you're down to
You'll
24
watch,
laps of fuel remaining.
you'll watch our race and you'll pick up on the 1% of bad thing that we did, and ignore the 99% of good things. And it's just frustrating. Yeah, we're pitting lap 58. 58. That's when things are going to get interesting, chat. That's when we have to go on the charge to hunt down George Russell. As Esteban Ocon is matching me. So it goes to show how slow we are on these medium tyres right now. We've got the fuel down to -1. -1 lap, so we're doing a good job. I'd give you a 10 out of 10 for being clean. Appreciate it, appreciate it. I like to think I am clean. You know, I won't put myself at a 10 because 10 is perfect. I would, you know, I'd big myself up and I'd give myself a 9. From what I do when we race online on Sundays, from when I am in Creative Series in the races, I would give myself a 9. But if someone gives me a 7, you know, that's fair. Still better than average. Oh, that's close to the wall. Right, chat. The gap is 4.3 seconds to George Russell. 1 in the chat if you believe we can catch up and we can win this race. 2 in the chat if you don't think it's going to be possible. 1 in the chat if you believe that we can catch up and win this race. 2 if you don't. What do you reckon, chat? What do you reckon? And will we save the fuel? That's a big question as well. So we've got 20 laps to save 1 lap of fuel. 20 laps, 1 lap of fuel. It should be fine, but it will be close. Esteban Ocon is pushing me. Woo! Don't do that, Hayden. Don't do that. We don't need a crash. We're killing it right now. We're killing it right now, chat. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Can we do this, chat? Can we do this? Ocon's right there. Hulkenberg's dropped off. Maybe he's boxed. Maybe he got front wing damage with those two going side by side. It's 1 minute now to Albon. If we didn't have to box again, maybe we could lap them all. I mean, it might still be a possibility, chat. We are going to be flying, and Russell, I think, is faster than Albon. 3 laps until we box now. 3 laps until we box. Ocon is going to be like, please, Hayden, get out of the way, I'm faster. You're a 10 out of 10 clean driver. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I started the race on -4 laps,
we're
yes.
approaching the pit window. You're going to be on soft.
I think so, at least. So we should be fine on fuel. We should get it back. We should get it back. Thank you much. I am Fab. Thank you, Nathan, for the follow. Thank you, Rowata, Kier. Thank you, Dekian. Silklock, Spectre. Thank you for the follows. If you aren't around in chat, do hit that follow button whether you're watching on the Twitch, the TikTok, the YouTube, or the Kick. We are live across 4 platforms right now. And we always are whenever we're live. We're going to be live again on Thursday and again on Sunday. Thursday for more career mode for Spain, Silverstone, and Austria. And on Sunday, we'll be doing online races with you, the viewers. 5 lappers, 35% race, and a full 100% race at a mystery Grand Prix. So if you want to come join us for that, make sure you hit that follow button so you never miss a stream. Hit that follow button. Go, 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 go. Every follow gives me a little bit of extra brake horsepower, which we're going to need in the final push, the final stint of this race, chat, the final 20 laps as we go on the charge. Oh, Esteban Ocon is having a look. He's being risky. No, 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 Esteban, please, 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 please. I know what happened. I know what happened between you and Max Verstappen in Brazil. Let's not repeat that, okay? Let's not repeat that. Would I rather use softs or fresh hards when there's 35 laps? There's going to be 20 laps, and I'm going to go for fresh softs. I should have fresh softs, which I do. So that is what we're going to be going for. As we continue to save the fuel, chat. We're saving more fuel now so we can push later. Looking at the traffic, I shouldn't get too much. Looking at where I should come out, so we should be okay. Trying to push though. 0.7 on the fuel. We're in a good place. We're in a good place on fuel. But Esteban Ocon is flying at this part of the race. These tyres have dropped off. We're boxing next lap, chat. Boxing next lap for soft tyres. And then the hunt begins. The hunt for George Russell, where we have to set a qualifying lap. Lap after lap after lap. We cannot afford to make mistakes, chat. Man, things could get interesting right at the end if we catch up to traffic, which is a possibility. 42% on the rears, so the tyre wear is definitely better
open, so let's box
on this
lap.
stint.
Box this lap.
The tyre wear has definitely been better, chat. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It was cool. It was cool racing with Liam Lawson. Yeah, it's always been fun racing with F1 drivers. We've done with Lando. I've raced with Joe quite a lot. Joe is a legend. He's always a good fun and just a really chill guy. But yeah, it was cool racing with Liam. Cool racing with all of them. Like when you start out doing this, when I started this in like 2015, no way did I ever see myself, you know, making content and racing with real life drivers. Insane. Right, time to box, chat, time to box. Chopper! I keep on thinking that's Chappers, but no, it's not. It's Chopper. Welcome in, Chopper. Thank you much for the happy partner anniversary. Right, come on. Don't want to let Ocon through because he'll just let me through immediately. So that's why we had to keep him behind us, despite him probably getting annoyed.
And remember the speed limit.
Right, let's box.
If we exceed it, keep that in mind.
Soft tyres going on the car. And we're in. Soft tyres on the car. Let's get some water. Let's go, chat. Let's see what we need to do. Go.
Okay, let's go now.
Come on then. What
Perfect
traffic do we have to deal with?
And the crew there, mate.
I should be ahead of my teammate. I might be ahead of this Audi as well. I don't know.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end.
Can I get the Audi? Can I get the Audi? No, I can't. Sadly, I don't get the Audi, but it will be blue flag, blue flag. Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way, Bortoletto. He's not getting out of the way. Oh, my God. He's not getting the blue flags yet, that's why.
Okay, fuel level.
What is he doing?
19 laps. 19
Get out of my way! Blue flag, blue flag! Bortoletto, we've got 15 seconds to catch up to George Russell in 20 laps, chat. But then we've got to overtake him. Oh, he's so slow. That was not ideal. Bortoletto is definitely Team George Russell here. I suppose we could be fighting with Audi in the championship, so that is why they don't want to let us through easily. But now we push, chat. Now we push. Now we go. Still Lyco. Still fuel saving. But we push like hell. 1 in the chat if you believe that we can win this race. 2 in the chat if you don't. 1 in the chat if you believe that we can win this race. 2 if you do not. Come on, chat. We've got to believe. As we go into the final 20 laps of this race. We have been on it today. We've had the pace.
Tyre condition still looking
We
good.
went for an aggressive strategy to make it exciting at the end. I think if we did the one-stopper, I still think it would have been exciting because we would have been on the same tyres as George. I think it would have still been just as exciting, but this is definitely going to make it more exciting. Arvid Lindblad, my rival on ratings, just ahead of me. As we go purple in the first sector, I don't think we're going to make it a fastest lap because I'm going to have this traffic. Where's he going to get out of my way? Please do it in a safe place. Don't be stupid, Arvid. Okay, that will do. At least he didn't stop on the apex like Bortoletto did. So let's keep on going. Jamie Bomber, thank you much for the follow. Thank you, Garden, for the Go Popular and the heartbeat. Still need to remember to Lyco. 13.4 seconds. We are cooking, chat. Remember, the tyres will drop away at the end of the stint. So we still have to make sure that we put a lot of work in the early phase. Because we're going to need the tyres at the end. We're going to need as much time to get past George Russell as possible. But we've got such better tyres. A lot of ground to make up exactly, but look how fast we are.
Great work. That's
These
the
are
new
soft
fastest
tyres,
lap of the race.
new soft tyres, versus hard tyres that he's been on for about 30 laps. Driver in front.
That's Russell just ahead. Push for the position. And the time last lap, 1:15.5.
I'm 2 seconds a lap quicker,
gap
chat.
to the car in front, 12.2 seconds.
We'll get traffic.
Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, they've done 25 laps on their tyres.
25 laps on those tyres. 25 laps compared to 2 laps. So we definitely have the upper hand. But what I'm looking at is the track map, chat. And if you look, George Russell isn't a million miles away from traffic. Now, I kind of want to catch up to George Russell before we get that, because if he clears that, and then I get caught on that traffic, it will make things more difficult. But then if I'm trying to overtake George Russell into that traffic, it's going to be difficult as well. So I don't really know what I want there. I'll be completely honest, in all fairness. I initially thought I wanted to catch up, but maybe I don't. Maybe I want him to clear it first, and then I come through, and then we race, just the two of us. No traffic, no chance of breaking front wings or anything like that. I don't know. It's possible to win this race. We know it is. Thank you very much for the support.
That was the fastest lap of the race
for the motivation. 9.7. We are flying. We are absolutely flying. Right, Liam Lawson, blue flag, come on. Get out of the way. On the exit off here, please. Thank you. Nico Hulkenberg up next. Kind of lost him a position to Esteban Ocon. Oh my God, that's the worst place to let me through. But thanks, I suppose. I'm not expecting it there. Should be able to get into the 112s here. Purple in the first sector. I don't think it'll be the fastest second.
16 laps of fuel left.
Come on. We need the win for that hair transplant, exactly. Give me that bonus money at Monaco. 8.2. But he's closing on the traffic, chat. That is a worry. The Albon train could make this race interesting. And we could lap everyone but P2. Is definitely a firm possibility. Let's see what happens, chat. Come on. Just realised you're in an Aston, yeah. Monaco,
fastest lap of the race.
We always knew would be the best opportunity to win. The AI, they're better at Monaco this year, but they're still nowhere near where they should be compared to the other tracks on 110 AI. So let's keep on pushing. We got a podium last time out. It's very lucky in Canada. And this is exactly what we need. 2 rounds in a row when the car is rubbish to be on the podium. This is perfect. Because when the car eventually gets good by the tail end of the season, if we're winning races again, the points that we score now could be crucial to maybe help us win the championship. And that is the goal of this season. To beat F1 26 with the worst team in the game. As we're already 5 seconds behind George Russell. Come on. But as we know, chat, it is one thing to catch up in Formula 1. It's another thing to overtake, and especially when tyres are dropping off quickly for us. 10% already on the rears. 10% already on those rear tyres. So we need to keep on catching. Keep on putting in those purple sectors. Come on. We can do this. Thank you very much, Stelio, for the follow on TikTok. Thank you to Corey Bennett as well, to Sam. If you're new around here, chat, you're enjoying what you're watching, make sure you hit that follow button. How many likes are we on TikTok? Have we got 200k yet? Have we hit our like goal? As we've got Henry, Ella, thank you for the follows. Thank you, Kate, Chance, Stray, Namad, 177k. Come on, chat, we can do it. Thank you for the Tiny Dino, for the Rose, for the Heart Me. Appreciate you all. Tinge, Fox, Corbin, Bonk, President. Come on. We will win with a 10-second gap, maybe. Still need to look at the fuel, though. How are we doing on fuel saving? 10 laps to go. We're in a good place, I think. Keep the fuel saving going. Why don't I shift to 7th after the first corner? What do you mean? Into 7th after the first corner. What, on the run up the hill? Maybe I don't need it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not paying attention. The Galaxy at P1 is still on. Okay. Let's keep pushing, chat. Let's keep pushing. 3 seconds to George Russell. I don't feel like we have the pace that we had earlier on. Yeah, I did go into 7th, right? Or maybe I haven't done it every single lap. Maybe it was just that lap. I don't know. 2 seconds to George. But we're catching up to this train. We're going to be right on this train. The moment that we catch up to George Russell. Oh, this is going to get spicy, chat. We're going to be trying to overtake George Russell whilst also trying to get through blue flags. I don't like this. I don't like this, chat. This could easily be a DNF. All it takes is the AI to do something very stupid. And it's a DNF. Come on.
14 laps of fuel remaining.
Yep, 0.36. We are good. I think we'll get that fuel back. But in traffic, that's where things get difficult. We didn't save as much fuel when we were in traffic before, but we are closing up to George Russell just outside of overtake mode. But now the blue flags, they start to wave. The blue flags are waving. We have reached the train at the same time in this race. This is something that we did not want. But it could go either way. George Russell could have cleared this traffic easily, and I could have had a hard time with it. So At least we kind of get blue flags at the same time, but it's going to be very easy to trip over somebody who's being stupid in this race. As George Russell will get right onto the back of the Haas driver. And the blue flags are now waving. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, no, I don't like this. Be patient. Yeah, we've got to be patient. We can all maybe clear this at the same time. And if an opportunity presents itself with George Russell, we go for it. Ocon, let me through as well. Let me through. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. We're on the back of George Russell. But it's not close enough so we can do some Lyco. Can we get the exit off here, though? Can we get the exit? I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it.
Boost mode if you need it.
Let's not risk it.
If you need it.
Let's not risk anything, chat. Can we have a look on George? Not quite, not quite. Nice and easy. Behrman, oh, he's so slow out of that corner. We've got a bit deep there, though. Went a little bit too deep. That's going to stop us. Behrman, let me through as well.
Okay,
yes, okay, good stuff.
But remember, we need to
Okay,
get to the end of the
this
race
is
on
fine.
these tyres.
It's making things very sketchy, chat. It's not quite as clear-cut as just, let's get a run on George and away we go. We have a little bit of breathing room, so maybe this time, into to back, we can put the pressure on George, but he's going to close up maybe on these blue flags to Gasly. As we get past the Haas car. If this Haas car just keeps following us through, Behrman, you never know. Behrman could work his way up to the points. Come on, come on, come on. Through the tunnel. I think he's just got a good exit. Oh, he's farted at me. He just farted on me. We all saw that. What the hell was that? Bro just farted through the tunnel. What is going on in this race? We've got Formula 1 cars fighting. Fighting? Farting. We've got an Aston Martin on a podium position. As this is a great run on George, but not close enough. He'll close that door. Can we get the switch back? Not quite. And Gasly, I think, is going to make things difficult here because he's going to get out of the way. To the outside on George Russell if we can. We cannot. Just trying to be patient, but where's Gasly going to go? Ah! This is what I mean. I can't quite fully go for it right now, chat, because it's so risky. We're on simulation damage. This is not a no damage race.
No need to worry about the
The
tyre
slightest
conditions
bit of
for now. Everything's
contact
looking good.
with a back marker, and we will not have the chance to overtake George Russell. We've got the laps. We've still got 10 laps to go. We've still got the tyres. We'll put him under pressure. Maybe we can get the run in the tunnel. Burn the battery. Will he fart on me again? Oh, he does. A little stinker from George Russell. He's scared. That's why. His tummy's upset because he's nervous. He knows we have a chance. We have a great chance here if we can do it. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Albon was letting us have room. George Russell was not there. This is close, chat. Oh, he's made a mistake, though. Up the inside. Up the inside. Oh, it's close. It's so close. Can we get the traction? Not quite. Not quite. Oh, it's so risky. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I thought I smelled what George was cooking. Fish. He had fish last night for dinner. I can smell it. If you DNF, can you go and play iRacing on your yacht like Max did? Yeah, sure. Right behind George. He's not got the blue flags. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go chase number one, my brother. I'm trying. Oh, we're definitely quicker than him. But it's a risk with all this traffic. Lap 69 out of 70. How many podiums have you gotten so far? Just the one. We're driving in the worst car. They are bottom of the R&D. We got very lucky in Canada. Up until then, we'd only scored 1 point in a sprint race. And here we go on George. But I'm going to keep on lifting, coasting, because I'm just not quite there yet on fuel. I want to make sure I'm there on fuel, and then we go full attack. But this could be it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it with Hajar blue flagging, because he can get out of the way at any moment. He can get out of the way at any moment. We can't risk it, chat. If he goes to the inside line there and lets through George, we just go straight into the back of him. So we've just got to be so careful. Exactly. We've got to be patient. We've got to keep cool. The chance will come at the end of the race. But this traffic is making it difficult. Hajar lets us through there. Can we get the run on George Russell up the hill? We will burn the battery. Here we go. Burning, burning, burning. Gaining, gaining, gaining. Still not close enough. Fuel-wise, though, we are back, chat. We are back. Mate, you don't want to win. We do want to win. We just don't want to risk it. We don't want to break our front wing. We don't want to DNF. We're on for a podium right now, which is insane. I would love to win this race, but I've got to do it properly. Welcome in, Noel. You're joining us at the final 8 laps of Monaco. Anybody enjoying what you're watching right now, hit that follow button. As we're trying to push on the back of George Russell, but we've got a lot of traffic, a lot of blue flags. We're basically lapping up until 2nd place right now, and it makes it very difficult. Thank you for the follows. Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Are you all right?
That's what I need, chat. That is what I need. Right, good things we got flashbacks. Okay, right. Last 8 laps, chat. I'm not reading out follows. That was one hell of a jump scare. That was one hell of a jump scare. Right, we are not reading chat, okay? We are not reading chat. I'm sorry. I appreciate all the follows from you, chat, but I can't do it. Because Max got out of the way there when I was going for a move on George. Whilst I was reading follows. Right, okay. You saw nothing, chat. Men in Black moment. That's not fair cheating. Right, okay. Come on, guys. I'm literally reading chat. I was literally reading chat. If I wasn't reading chat and that happened, then that's
Green
fair.
flag.
But the fact that I was literally reading chat, if you want to call me a cheater, then you can go and scroll on to the next live stream, guys. Right, thank you much for the 10 roses. Let's get back into it. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. That's not fair. What do you mean it's not fair that that guy doesn't have to read chat? George Russell's not reading chat right now. I'm doing 2 things at once.
We won't be making another pit stop.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, you'd all be like, what do you mean? Why aren't you using a flashback there? Right, let's go. Let's keep pushing. George Russell is right in front of us. We'll try and be aggressive with him because the laps are coming down. But we've got the fuel back, chat. But he's just got really good traction everywhere, but maybe this corner. Nope, can't go for it. Why? Because Lewis Hamilton's there. Lewis Hamilton's right there. I want to go for the move then. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do a Tom 97. Don't do a Tom 97. Come on. Go, 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 go. Keep pushing, chat. Keep pushing. We can do this. One in the chat if you believe that we can win this. 1 flashback allowed. I will only use a flashback for that. I will not use a flashback. If I make a mistake and I'm paying attention, there will not be a flashback, chat. Oh, science, 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 please. Thank you. I always worry then that he'll only get out of the way for George and then get back in the way for me. So I have to be aware, chat. I have to be aware. You lost already? Sure, bro, whatever. I couldn't care less. We're going to focus on these last 6 laps and we're going to make it one hell of a race at the end. Let's keep on pushing. You're still here, so it doesn't matter to me. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We do not believe you've used 5 so far in this DLC. Yes, for Miami a lot. But in this race, I used 1 because I looked at chat. Oh, this is an opportunity. This is the opportunity. Here we go. Into the back against George Russell. Oh, it's wheel to wheel. He'll close the door. He'll close the door. Let's back out of that. I can't be aggressive, chat. I can't lose the front wing. Oh, he's all over the place, though. There's 2 opportunities I have in this race. Into to back. And I think also into Raskas. That's a mistake there. Just a little bit wide. Come on, come on, come on. Stop reading chat. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I don't need to lift and coast that much, but I suppose I still need to for battery. We need to make sure we have a lot of battery. Wall ride last lap, could you imagine? Go, 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 go. Come on, baby, come on. We can do this. 1 in the chat if you believe that we can win. Lap 73 out of 78. Are we going to lap the whole field as well? Bar George Russell. Dominant performance from the 2 of us. As the blue flags are coming out. Norris will get out of the way. Probably on the exit of this corner now, leading into the tunnel. Norris moves. Stay out of the way, Norris. Can we get a run on George Russell here? We've got the boost. We can have a look. Not quite close enough. But Piastri will not be close enough here, so let's have a look. Ah, it's close. Ah, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Not enough. Not enough. On George Russell, lap 73 out of 78. You cannot get any closer than this in the last 5 laps of a race. Okay, we need if we get a little bit of a gap there, chat, if we build a gap going into that corner, we can get the run into Raskas. I think that's how we get him, chat. I think that's how we get him.
Caution,
Oh, yellow. Is that Albon? What's happened here? Alexander Albon's out of this race. Let's make sure he doesn't hit us. Albon's out of the race. And that means that we will lap everybody. And now, once we are past Oscar Piastri, right now, the attack is on. I don't have any back markers getting in the way. I don't have anybody giving George Russell overtake mode. He's now going to have normal boost button. So this is our opportunity, chat. We will not get a better chance than these last 4 laps. So here we go. Alexander Albon, so unlucky for him.
Boost mode is
He was doing
now.
such a good job for the whole race. So where will George Russell go? Will he go inside? No, so we're not going to attack yet. We know where we can go. We can maybe get a run here. Yes, yes, yes. Go, 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 go. In towards the back. Wheel to wheel with George Russell. It's side by side with a Mercedes driver. Still wheel to wheel. Back off. And then I can get the run. Get the exit here. Didn't work. What? How did he get a good exit for once? Okay. We need to assess that again. Tabak, I think, is the best then. Tabak, I think, is the best, but we just need to commit. We need to commit. What do you mean I'm not trying? I'm literally going side by side with George. If I wasn't trying, I'd be just sitting here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Can't overtake into Mirabeau because Alexander Albon's stricken car is there. Watch George have a mistake into this corner that presents an opportunity for an overtake. Nah, he didn't really make the mistake like Sainz did, but we can't overtake. Yellow flag. So we've got to wait. 3 laps to go. Around the outside here. Ah, can't do it. We're so close. We can do it this lap though, chat. This is the lap. This is the lap. Look at how close we are to George. We just need the exit into Tabak. Oh my God, he's not got battery. We've got the better battery now. This is the chance. Lift. Get the battery back up. Open up the corner. Open up the corner to get the drive. Yes, 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 yes. Go, 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 go. Side by side with George again. Come on. Oh, don't make contact. Don't make contact. Oh, sideways. No. Come on. He's still there. We got it. We got it. We got it. He's back. He's back. He's back. Around the outside of George. Still wheel to wheel. Oh my God. He's got overtake mode though. We're going to leave the space to George around the outside. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. But he's got the overtake mode. We don't. What a hell of a move that was. One hell of a side-by-side with George Russell all the way through the 3rd sector. But now he's got boost mode or overtake mode. I don't know which one it's called. But we've got to try and defend here. But we should be fine. I think we have the tyres. We have the tyres. We have the freedom. Come on, come on, come on. 2.5 laps to go here in Monaco. Separating us for our first race win on the streets of Monte Carlo. Come on, come on, come on. Can we do this? Will he have the pace? He's 6 tenths behind. He's still right there. He'll have a different engine mode compared to me. He'll have the overtake. I will only have boost. So it looks like we have better traction. We're still having to lift and coast though, just for battery. I know fuel's fine. You're like, why is he lifting coasting? Because that's how you drive these cars. That's how you get battery back. We're so good through that corner. We're so good through there. Are we just as good through sector 3? Can we get him out of our overtake mode? It's close. A good exit there. It might be enough. I think it was enough there, chat. I think we dropped him. 2 laps to go. Come on. No mistakes from here. I've said from the start, I will not use a flashback if I make a mistake. I mean, I did make a mistake reading chat, but it's a different kind of mistake. I definitely shouldn't have read chat in that moment and shouted out all the follows. And if you are enjoying this race chat, make sure you hit that follow button, whether you're watching on the YouTube, the Twitch, the TikTok, or the Kick. As we have done 78 laps of Monaco, and the only incident we've had was me looking at the wrong screen at the wrong time. As the follows are flowing in on TikTok, I believe we have hit 200k likes on the TikTok stream as well. We are Mr. Monaco when it comes to racing against the AI. 110 difficulty. The hardest difficulty here at Monaco. In the worst car on the grid, Marlborough. I am Satire. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Zem. Thank you, Elfort. X-Red. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Let's not read the chat load. Let's rein it in for one more lap. I can read you all out after this lap. Shout out to you all. This is one hell of a race. We went for the two-stop strategy. We went aggressive. And it worked out for us in the first stint.
Let's go.
Working our way up into P2 on track. And then the undercut. We had a little bit of traffic in that stint, but we were able to recover nicely, working our way, making about 3 overtakes per lap on fresher tyres. And then the hunt for George Russell was on. It got a little bit sketchy at the end, with the back markers all getting in the way. But even Max Verstappen pulling on the anchors when I was reading chat was not enough to stop us from getting George Russell in the end. The worst car on the grid in terms of development. We're miles off the pack, but in Monaco it doesn't matter. In Monaco it's a driver's circuit, and we are the driver of the day from 9th on the grid as we come round the final sector now to write our name in the history books, to take 1/3 of the Triple Crown. With only 2 more corners left to go, we have managed to take the boat from the harbour, which is the Aston Martin, and the crazy vibrations that this car has, to victory! Yes! Let's go, chat. Let's go.
Absolutely awesome.
What a
Just
drive.
Amazing, mate. Well done.
What a drive. That was insane. That was insane. Oh, I'm sweating so much after that. Dino, mate, thank you very much for the 4 GGs. Thank you, OT Zach, for the rose. Thank you, Henry, for the heart. Me, Jeffrey, for the GG. Habib for the rose. YOLO for the rose. Tijen for the heart. Me. Thank you, TJ, for the GG. Gold for the rose. I will show you guys the AI. Don't you worry. I'm happy to prove to you lot that we are running 110 AI. That was one hell of a race, though. One hell of a race. I am drenched after that. Absolutely drenched.
You have to absolutely
Woo! Let's go. Thank you much, Yujan for the rose, Flavio for the rose, Adam for the 7 roses, Jay for the rose. Clearly undeserved that. You can keep on banging on if you want, Yuando. You're just getting tiring now, mate.
Today has shown
Drink up. Thank you. Thank you,
Doctor. In the sport. They're making their way out to the podium as we speak, and the reaction from the crowd must be incredibly uplifting for
110 AI in Monaco is not the hardest difficulty. And I say that in what I mean is that they're a little bit slow at Monaco. And I said this before the stream. This is our one opportunity to win a race this early. Thank you very much, Melly, for the galaxy over on the TikTok stream. What a legend. Shout out to Melly. Thank you, everyone, for the follows. USA Coasters, Mean Angel, Marlborough, Jamie Bomber. Thank you all for the follows.
Well, that was certainly
you did tell us, and we certainly did do it. Online services have not worked. Look at that! Everybody from Lando Norris down is a lap down from me and George Russell. We cooked the whole field. We cooked the whole field. I feel like we need to go back and just watch quickly. Watch the lap where we made our way through the traffic after we made that first stop. I think it was like lap 29 or something. I will send you guys over to Tom in a moment. Don't you worry, chap. I'll send you guys over to Tom. But Lawando, if you don't like flashbacks, and you still want to go watch Tom, I swear he uses flashbacks as well. So I don't know what you're on about, bro. Right. Let's just quickly watch this. I just want to show you guys, those of you who missed, when we needed to make overtakes, we did the undercut. We had to get the overtakes done. Great side-by-side with Max Verstappen all the way through that sector. We have the tyre wear to be able to drive away them. And then Isaac Hadjar as well. We got the lunge into to back. That was a nice clean move. And we could afford to be a little bit riskier because we didn't have back markers in the way at this point. Round the outside of Kimi Antonelli. Oh! He nearly ruined our race. Look at that rear end coming out. Oh my days, that's crazy. That is crazy, chat. That was insane. Oh my days. Wow. Right. And then we get on the back of Lewis Hamilton. Did we get him here? We did get him here. We get him into the tunnel. And then we get Sainz into Tabak. And then I think we get Norris up the hill. I'm pretty sure Norris is up the hill. Yeah, Norris was up the hill. Piastri, we get into the tunnel, I want to say. Like, this was so crucial to performing that undercut. If we didn't do this as quickly, George Russell would have been ahead of me. And I think the gap would have been a little bit harder to maintain because he was kind of matching me. Then we went for that move. The one I want to really watch, actually, was a lot earlier. I think it was when I got past Albon the first time. Yeah. This was a great side-by-side. This was insane with Alexander Albon. Pretty similar to how I got past George Russell as well. This was unbelievable. Lewis Dill's proud on Saturday. Yeah, what a race. Right, let's see if we can watch it from this POV. Let's have a look. They're slow out of this corner. And I will say, if you're doing your own races with AI, that's the place to overtake into Tabak. But you need to try and get it. But, you know, we were still leaving space. We weren't aggressive with Albon. This was great will to. I think he just broke his front wing. Yeah, he did. He turned too much. If we watch him, he turned too early. Even though we left the room, he turned too early. He hit the wall. He nearly hit us. And we were just able to get across there. And did we get away with corner cutting there? Oh, I think just about. Our rear tyre's on. And then when our rear tyre goes off, our front tyre's on. You cannot get any more perfect than that. And there we go. Should we watch our final overtake on George Russell? Let's have a little look there. There we go. Was it here? Was it here? No, it was here. Right, let's have a look. This was one great overtake. Can we see the crash? Sadly, you can't. Is that where Albon is? Yeah, so Albon was down there, and then we went for it. Sadly, you can't see the crash because we used the flashback, so it doesn't save. But we can maybe watch it back on the next stream once the stream's over and I can find it and watch it as a clip because you see me properly like la 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 la. Right, let's watch this properly. Let's have a little look then. Lap 75 on George Russell. This was one hell of a battle. One hell of a battle with George Russell. I did use a flashback, but as I said, it was because I was watching chat at the wrong time. I did not expect Max Verstappen to pull the anchors. And there we go. But George does dive it back up the inside. He gives himself a chance. But then around the outside, and then around the outside here once again. Does he do... Oh, does he hit the wall as well? See, this is the thing sometimes with the AI. I think he gets away with that. Just a little brush. In real life, even on simulation damage, he doesn't lose a tyre there. In real life, he loses a tyre there from hitting that wall. Without the timing tower, it makes it look like McLaren hunts you two down. Yeah, what a train we had. Unbelievable. But that is going to do for us today. That was one hell of a race. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us on that. I think that was insane. I can't believe we won. I can't believe we won the race. We need to look at the standings. I'll look at the standings. We've won the rivalry with Lindblad. I mean, I think that's fair enough. The race that we've just pulled off, we've probably gone up on all ratings. Have we actually not? Pace has gone up to 71. Okay. Focus has gone up to 83. And we are now 70 rated. So, we are climbing up. I saved the replay twice. Okay, that's fine. 50-50 now with Lance Stroll. So, that's great. We get all of those bonuses. So, perfect on that as well. And we were just quickly... Would you be able to remove my mod, please? I just don't have the time of day to mod anymore. I don't think I can remove someone as a moderator, but that's fine. Like, you don't have... It's okay, Zach. It's okay. Don't worry about it, bro. I don't know if it changes the way you view TikTok streams. But if you can still watch when you do tune in and it's no difference, then it's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't know if I can remove mods, though. I don't know if it works like that. Can you play one more game? We won't today, but on Thursday, I'll do 3 races. But today, I won't. So this is how we look in the standings. 42 points. 42 points is insane. We gained on Lando Norris. We gained on George Russell. Lando, we need that McLaren to drop off. We need them to struggle if we want any chance of winning this championship. But that sets us up really well. Now we're going to go back to races where we struggle. I do like my chances around Austria. I swear I saw you in-game in Bognor Regis. What do you mean in-game? Oh, in a game store. Probably. I did used to live close to Bognor Regis, so quite possibly. My guy, Max, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you everyone for the follows during that stream. I'm going to shout out how many follows we got on that stream in a moment. But that's how we look in the standings. Constructors-wise, Aston Martin, P5. But yeah, things are going to get a little bit difficult now. We get towards races. We still have to upgrade the car. The car in terms of progress, we are a little bit off the other teams. But we will see what we do. And as I say, we go into Catalonia, Austria, Britain. 3 tracks that I think are going to be a little bit harder. But if we can at least maximize the development of the car, this would be great. And this is how we keep on pushing. I'm 4th in the championship in mine in Aston Martin, bro. That's fine, Lawando. I'm sure you're probably running on about 5 difficulty. Settings, though, difficulty, 110. There you go. Anybody who needed the proof that we are running 110 on the difficulty, there you go. As I said, well done on P1. I'm off to watch Tom Madrid. Bye. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. I'm going to raid him. I'm going to raid Tom. I'm going to raid Tom on all platforms. So whatever platform you're watching, we're going to end now, chat, okay? Do not go. Let me send you to Tom, okay? Let me share the love to Tom. Let me send you there. Right. Here we go. Here we go. Right. YouTube. I'm gonna raid Tom. Hang on, YouTube. Hang on. Let me send you guys over. So redirect Tom Bina. Yeah, there you go. So YouTube normal. I will see you later, YouTube normal. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye, YouTube normal. Thank you for watching. Enjoy Tom's stream. Lawando, stop.